Hello and welcome to the next episode 599. So we have not make 600 episodes of this, but more or less 600 episodes. Some of them has been just been because of thought going something wrong. But was I actually thinking about that was something with plastic. Plastic. How much plastic should we figured out how much that actually that's not the right one. Is that plastic? That's a plastic factory. So what the guy from yesterday was saying, uh, was it 100 meter per ton? That cannot be right, what? That would be a lot for a plastic factory. I am not sure about that actually pollute that much. Let's see, maybe was able to put it up something like this. We do not have the space to put it up around there, but again. Maybe out here, if we're moving a little bit of some roads here, and then we will actually maybe could fit it in around here. And we would be able to pick up plastic here. Again, not a bad idea, but definitely not a good idea too. Who is actually picking up plastic up here? And what are they actually doing with the plastic up here? It's being picked up here. Okay. I'm just thinking, why do we have... It's making sense that one actually picking up the steel, yeah? And this one. So this one must be plastic. If we one that's just picking plastic up. No. That's actually allowed to pick up the other stuff too. I think we want to stop it in doing that. Maybe not the aluminium. It can actually keep picking up aluminium. Not because of we are making a lot of aluminium, but we are probably making a bit. So it's actually putting it around on some of the other destinations. Yeah, we will probably we need a plastics thing around here somewhere, production, and then we will actually set this one to actually pick plastic up over there too. What do we want to have it? It would be nice to have it up around here, where we actually have the oil too, or down here where we actually have the chemicals. I don't know. Hello and welcome. I'm still thinking about that part of it. Plastic, plastic, plastic. What do we have here? That's an oil line that's coming in there. It should actually be... This is everything else. Oh, yeah. What do we do? Scooby-Doo, what do we do? Um, That's definitely not the line we are at. So it is this line, but how? It would not be good to put it up down here. The chemicals anyway driving out from this area over here. So anyway, they need to drive around there. Maybe will not be a good place to place it over there too. What do we have here? That's the middle one. Okay. Yeah. It is a little bit sad. It's not a possibility to do it out there. It would maybe have been a good place too. Or we already have a plastic thing. Then we just needed something to actually pick it up and that kind of stuff. Yeah, there is no good places around, but we actually have a city already. What do we have down here? We have a little bit more space down here, but we do not have any oil. We are getting chemicals delivered out here anyway, so that would not be the biggest, but still oil would be a problem, and we would have a storage for it. We do not have anybody that's picking it up right now, but again, and we do not have anybody that's actually building the last part of this. We should probably set them to do that too. Do we have other stuff that's not built? Good. Hello guys. Maybe. Who knows? There's definitely something wrong over here. What the fuck was that? I think it should not be more than 150 maybe. trains is actually not more than that high. $118 meters, so definitely not this length here. That's actually more. We are not making this train longer anyway. Yeah, that would be the last one. That one anyway. And this one should probably go away. Just not fitting out there, but again, that's probably a decent amount. 146. Could actually be a little bit different too.
Hello.
Hello! Oh fuck. Shock.
How you doing, bud?
You're just coming, sneaking in there. I didn't hear anything.
No.
Uh,
Thought I'd give you a bit of a surprise.
yeah, oh, it was deactivated. My Discord, so it's not saying any sounds actually. That was the reason why I was not getting
Right.
any, yeah, alert about anybody was, getting into it. God damn, a shock. Yeah, I'm trying to get a little bit more distance between the trains out here, but it's not
Yeah.
placed there would actually mean anything, but again.
Well, I saw you doing that. I saw you doing that. I saw you measure the train and then put your markers down at 118 meters.
Yeah, so I actually can fit as many in the line up there what you're waiting. Well, they are not waiting right now, but it will maybe come. Uh,
I'd normally start at the edge of the junction, measure the distance, and then divide it by whatever. So if you've got trains of 120, then you divide it by 120 and you fit as many as you can in, but you want it as close to the junction as possible so that the junction gets cleared earlier.
yeah, that.
So,
Yeah,
but
yeah, but up here you should just stand in line up here, so that should just be
it should just
space, you know.
carry on. Yeah, they should just carry on.
And yeah, that they are really slow to actually offload from this station here.
Yeah.
That's annoying actually, how slow that's going. But it seems like I don't know about, maybe it's because of it's actually just have filled this station up here. But on this on that one for vehicles only, it's actually fitting it out on that one. It would not really do it with the train tracks on. Maybe it was because of the station was not filled up yet. But it seems like it's putting them out there, so now I've set it up this way.
Yeah, I noticed this. The buildings will fill up first. They won't just push into a storage. They have to fill up first before they'll do anything with the storage, don't they?
Yeah, it seems
Which
like.
is annoying.
Yeah, because of the vehicles do not really do it that way. The,
Yeah.
the vehicles is just pushing them. They are standing inside there, but when the train is just, maybe it's because of I'm always have the train to arrive up there before I'm actually ready to it. So the trains should just take the vehicles out.
Mm,
So that's maybe yeah. Because of it is the same type of trains, the HB train. It cannot be put into a distribution center that will not accept that. Vehicle and container thing, they will not be transported from a distribution center.
yeah.
So, but it seems like it's working this way. So I do not sell all my product from this station here. I'm still sending them over for the first Uran convertation plant. So this the next that one that's making the nuclear fuel, I actually have enough to actually make out of it. And then if they are producing enough, they will send this out to the space for vehicle, and then it can be picked up by the train.
Yeah.
And the same thing over here. We have some nuclear fuel out here. It's starting to make a space for nuclear fuel now. So when this is filled up, I would guess on it will start sending it out here to the space again. I know you are a moment behind.
Oh yeah, I missed a couple of little episodes, didn't I?
No, but when we are talking together, you will still be a little bit behind on the videos.
Ah, yeah, yeah. Right. Two
So
seconds. Yeah.
yeah, so something I'm talking about is not reached it. It's not getting it yet, so it can be a little bit confusing. But yeah, so it seems like that will work. But I have made a little bit of money. I've made 62 million
Oh, you
since.
100 million since yesterday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I have not really played a lot today. I played a little bit this morning, and then it was it. I'm still thinking about where I should place my plastic factory. I cannot figure it out. I'm thinking on down here, but then I cannot really find a good space for it.
Doesn't it go next to the oil?
Yeah, but that's not space right up there too. But I have oil. I have an oil delivery down here to because of
Right.
I'm already getting delivered down to the chemical plant, and the chemical and oil that's what it's needed to produce.
Right.
So again, but it again my this the railroad I want to use for it actually ending up here, and it's not built up there. I maybe could actually get it around there and get something done down here and put it up somewhere. But again, I could drag it up here too. Then it's not too long away. But I'm pretty sure if this should be more than enough away from the city. If I placed it around there, that's over 500 meters, so that should be more than enough. A power plant that's require around a little kilometer or something like that. For a normally coal power plant anyway. I don't know about the nuclear power plant, how long that actually, but they have not complained about it and they're not really leaving. And it's not seems the pollution is not reaching up there, but it is close.
Yeah.
It's reaching around my fire station. It
Yeah,
seems
it's
like it's.
by the helicopters, in it? But
And if we are getting a problem with that in the
what what are those warning signs just up there?
warning signs, oh,
Yeah,
pollution warning. That's
no, underneath the ground there. Uh, no, not. You were on the right city before.
yeah, but was it because of I was on the nuclear thing?
It was it was in that city that you've got like little red circles in the city. There. Is that a train or?
No, yeah, that's the underground train. Because of that's a little
Right.
problem with them.
Right.
Some of them was figured out you want to go the other way yesterday, but I was finding out a solution for that this morning actually when I was complaining a little bit about it too again.
Right.
Yeah, but one of my underground trains from this station here, but actually decided I need to go up and to repair. So now I will go in the different direction of all the other trains, and go
Yeah.
back this way. Yeah. So it ended up with I'm actually figured out the train signal do not have anything to say underground. It's only counting over the ground. So everything that's happening under the ground has nothing to do with having over the ground. So it's actually not impossible. So it's actually only counting for this area in here what the signal is. The signal is not working underground from this to over here again. Then they will just drive over it. They can figure out to do that.
Is there no underground signals then?
No, you cannot put signals underground. It has been happened one time by actually that was a mistake. I was actually putting a signal in down under because of I have a train line going exactly the same place over, and at the same place I have a connection underground where there was actually a connection on it, and then it has a dot down there, and then it was placing a signal down there. With and that should not have been happened, but it did. Normally, it's not possible because of.
You should be able to tell the trains down there which way to go, though, shouldn't you?
No, I cannot really do that. They are just going in the right direction. The only way I can do it is I'm setting up from the station, that station to that station to that station, or the last station, right? So that will go in that direction, and the other one, the other way around that way and that way over to the last one. So that will go in the other direction, and then it will try to run in the way as the signal is set up here, as the way the double signal normally will be placed. That's the way they will try to drive in that lane, even if there's no signals. But of course, when it's got the order to go up to be repaired, it was just turning around and try to go the fastest way up to be repaired. That's something they need to try to fix. So it actually
even though they can get to this signal that's by your tunnel and not be able to go out.
Yep. I placed the signals after I have removed all the signals here, so it could actually after I was placing the signal, and then it was working because of then it has not the possibility to drive up here, so it could not do it after that.
Yeah. Right, there you go. Yeah. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. And not because of you can really drive yourself nuts of that. How the fuck then I should do it that way, no that way, and then if I place signals up there, it will not drive out as over on the other place over here. What do we have over here? They will not drive over the signals out here. Also, if I place signals here, they cannot figure out to go into this lane now out here after they have been repaired. Then I need to go over and allow them actually to go over this signal. Also, ignore the red signals up here, and then it will go in and start running. So over here...
That might just be because it's a bit close.
No, it's because of it's a little bit of another setup. It is just like A to B. It's driving A to B and back to A again. So, and then it's with this me to ground level end stations. But the end station do not allow them to pass through. So it could actually not pass through the end station building and go over, be repaired. That's the reason why I was and then I was setting a signal up, just so it didn't should fuck up. But it was actually better just to remove the signals over here. It's working with no signals over here, but over another end, you need signals to get it to work. So, what? Damn! Help! That yeah. And then over here.
I haven't messed with the underground stuff yet.
No, it easy if you it a little bit easier if you don't play realistic mode and don't play and you don't building your train tracks yourself. Then it's easy. because of then you can just buy the vehicle and put them directly into the long train depot, and then
Yeah.
then set them to run, and you don't need to deliver them. You don't really need to repair them and all that kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
just to
But
begin,
that's no fun.
just to begin with, to figure out how the fuck I was getting the trains down here, and get them to run, because of then you need to actually connect it with the metro line station. They actually can drive out on before they will drive themselves. And no, I was no in the beginning when I was starting with this. Nope, I don't want to do that. Next game, we're trying again. Okay, we was getting a little bit longer, and okay, it was getting a little bit easier, but it's I still think it's shit. And it's really a bad system. The system they have God was before he was actually getting the realistic mode into it. So, and somehow they actually need to rework this system so it actually working a little bit better with the realistic mode. And some of the way could be we was allowed actually to drive through the long train depot and to the end station with the other trains. That would help a lot actually.
I mean, I kind of get the end station because it's meant to be an end.
Yeah, and then you can
station,
and then you.
I didn't think it'd have tracks coming out of both sides, but
Yeah, but that's because of that's the way where I was actually sending the trains in to begin with, so they can go in here and then they can start the route to go in. So you can send them from the long train depot over to this end station, and then they will start go on their journey forward and back. But then they cannot figure out to go from this. If they actually if they're getting the repair order before they are in the end station, then they will not figure out to go over to this building. So, if you want to do this, you need to do it like I have done it over here. Then you need to place your repair station as this one. So this repair station actually reached the end station building, because of then they can repair them in the end station building and not over in the long train depot. So I have made 3 different sets up, or how we should say it, on my 3 metro station there, just to have an idea about how it was working now. And I'm still most fan of this system that has that's closed, where you can run in both direction at the same time and not going into the end station, and just running in a loop into the need to be repaired. That was actually the first thing I was doing when I was doing my first metro station. That was this system I was making, and I was going around using the end station. I first started using the end station two times back or something like that when I was starting, and try to mess a little bit around with them.
Is there too many trains on that line?
No. It's just this. It's just that stone shit again. That's the problem. Because if I want to remove this crossing I have used to build.
Oh no, I meant the underground one.
Too
many trains in there.
Yeah, I think I was saying that yesterday. I should probably only have 7.5, 8, and 9. 8 in the one direction and 9 in the other direction. So it should actually probably only have been 7. It is a little bit short to maybe to have 9.
Do you need that many?
No, but it was just to be sure of.
I mean, even 7? I would have thought with 3 stations, having 3 trains going in each direction would have been enough.
Maybe, but depending on how many workers we actually need to get delivered over, and
those trains carry quite a lot of people, don't they?
Yeah, it can actually around 600-700 people, but I need that many people out there, and I have we actually need a lot of citizens out there.
Yeah, 3 or 4 trains should be enough on each line. So
yeah,
3 or 4 going in one direction and the same amount going in the other.
It's just because of
I reckon that's just double the amount of trains.
It is just because of I'm normally taking that many. Because of I'm normally putting a lot more station in when I'm doing this. Like the last couple of times, I have a lot more than 3 stations in this system. Then
How,
so.
how many people are in that city?
Oh, I don't know. I have not built the mayor house yet. So.
Those are the 180 houses, aren't they? And they're what 100.
I'm not. I have
40.
another. Yeah, I don't know about you actually building this city accounting officer, but you're overseeing it in another place where you're dead and that kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
you can get a lot of information out of that building too. I have a small one in that package I was talking about with the 3 buildings. I like that little one. It's actually doing the same thing, and it's not having that many workers
Yeah.
on it. Instead of, what is it? I think 20. This one has 5, and then it will work already when it has 4 workers or something like that. But the other one, the big one, will only work when it has over 15 workers or something like that, and it can have 25 or something.
Right.
Of course, the bigger one is a lot easier to get to relocate, to locate when you're actually coming over. Oh yeah, that's building I need to look on, but I'm normally placing it next to the pollution monitor station, so I have
Yeah.
a little bit
So you know
easier to.
exactly where it is.
Yeah.
Well, things like that I always put next to the bus stop because
Okay.
the bus stop is generally the centre of town.
Yeah. Okay.
Because everyone needs to get to it.
But you can see how big that one you have. It has
Yeah.
it has this side.
See,
So
I've only ever done one town, so I don't need it because my total population is in one city.
yeah, but you're actually getting a lot of information out of this building of your citizens. Of course, some of it you will be able to see up here, I think. But let's see. I think I have one built somewhere. I think I have one up here, maybe. Yeah. You will see the happiness. You will see how many citizens there is in this. The population in this city is 10,978, 70, 79.
Yeah.
And how many that's born, productive workers, and all that kind of stuff. And happiness and alcoholic, and how many of them, yeah. All that information, how many that has been burned, and how many that have been died, and how many that escaped, and how many we have immigrated in all the time. We have this city. That's the most of that I'm getting my information from.
Yeah.
I have not been that good to use this system over there. We was talking about the system over here. I was actually getting a little bit annoyed over this because of.
I do it on the side. The people bit on the side. That one, yeah.
Yeah, but that's all of them.
That's what I mean. But I've only ever had one city.
Yeah. That's.
So, I mean, I don't think I've topped 12,500 people yet. Ever.
Okay. Then try to make.
I get to that point, and then they update the game or something, and new mechanics come in, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna start again.
Okay. But a good thing, if it is possible for you, it's actually to build a radio station or television station fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
And try to make them to be alcoholic as fast as possible.
You want them as an alcoholic?
Yeah, just for a moment, just to have around 10,000 to get to 80%, because if it's a lot easier if you only try to do it with 10,000. Now I have over 50, 60,000. You only need to do it one time, and then you will get the achievement. But it's not really.
I know.
It's the last achievement I'm missing right now. I'm missing that. I need to get 80% of my population to be alcoholics.
Right.
So
well, that's easy to do. You just start a new game. You put down 7 pubs. You invite people in.
Yeah. Yeah, but
They've got nothing to do other than drink.
Yeah, but I don't think. I actually think we probably will need some kind of radio station or television station.
Oh yeah, you can do it in the prison as well, can't you? You can tell prisoners
Yeah.
that this is what you want them to focus on, and
yeah,
they
it can.
be turned into alcoholics.
I'm normally evil to my prisoners. No culture enjoyment, 0%. So yet propaganda.
-31% for preference for alcohol there. You want to adjust that if you're trying to get that achievement.
Yeah, not normally for my alcoholics, because of then they are liking to be there in there. Then we are not getting any. Then they are fucking returning to prison. Then this is not in green. If I'm turning this one around, then they will be lucky. They are happy to get back here. Okay. So then
Mess,
it's
mess
going.
with the sports as well.
What?
Mess with the sports. You gotta have a little play around with all of them.
No,
You can't just change one.
it should not be fun to sit in prison. So if it should stand right, it should actually stand something like this. Then you are getting plus on this one, eller minus, so they do not really like to be there. So that's going in the right direction. How criminal
No.
will be affected? They will be affected in the right way to not return to prison.
Yeah.
And yeah, of course you could give them some more religious propaganda. That will help a little bit to give them a little bit more. But the other one is it is Soviet propaganda. It has actually been working a lot better before. I have actually have that in going in the right way. What he actually was.
Yeah, I've never seen that go in the right direction on mine.
Mine have been doing it in some of the games, but I don't know what happened the last couple of updates that you have.
I've never seen it go in the right direction. I always have one of those red stars right outside the prison. Just to try and counteract that.
I normally have a lot more than one, just to see about it actually was been working, but I don't really think it's actually helping. But
It only helps up to like 40%, doesn't it?
4.5.
After 40%, it doesn't do anything.
It's giving 4.5%.
Oh yeah, but it only gives 4.5%.
5.2%.
As soon as people get to 40% loyalty, they don't work anymore.
That could maybe be. I don't know. I don't have read that anywhere.
Yeah, no, it's one of the things the game doesn't tell you. One of the many things the game doesn't tell you.
It can be, but it can be that way. But I'm normally getting that out of out
after
of the rate.
40%, the only way to increase it higher, it's random. Other than that, if you give them everything that they want, so you give them the electronics, the food, alcohol, somewhere to pray, and just everything that they want, their loyalty will go up naturally. But that means you don't need the red stars anyway, or any of the decorations that give you that bonus.
Nah, I don't think that's totally true. Because of the more of them you have in one area, the more you will get inflicted of it.
But they only get it up to like 40%. Like
I'm pretty sure if I have them higher than 40% without having any radio or television station.
Like I said, naturally, if you are supplying everything that they want anyway, they will get higher than 40%, just naturally. But
no, I have a problem with that. If I have no red stars and anything out there, they will complain about it. I will not get it up before I'm actually start setting some of these symbols up.
That would be because occasionally there are issues in certain places, like food doesn't get delivered, or the place that they want to go and visit is closed, or there's too many people visiting already. You know, little things like that then lowers their loyalty, which is what those decorations are there for. It's to help counteract those little issues that you have.
I'm not sure about you're right about that part of it, but maybe.
That's the way that I've been seeing it work.
Yeah, but I'm not sure about that's right, because of I normally get problem with it, even if my city is working perfectly, because of normally I don't care about that fucking red thing. It's only thing you can use it about is actually to what the citizen can work, and it can only fuck it up when it's then going down again. So you can choose some of the places. Oh, you need to be over 60% loyalty to work in there. But
well, the only place that I ever mess with that is the secret police, and that's because it works better with higher loyalty. Other than that, it doesn't matter.
Okay,
I mean the universities, they're good to have on like a 50% loyalty, because like for the staff, because they'll raise the loyalty of the students.
Yeah, the only place I'm normally doing that is over on the radio and television station. I have seen that. The higher loyalty, the better they are giving it. The percentage up here going up.
Yeah, and they'll and that's it. And there you go.
And I was aware about it. Actually, was possible on the loyalty over here on the university too, but
Yeah.
and
Well, I normally put that to like 40% minimum on universities because for the staff, because you're normally around 40% anyway. That's normally where I lie. So I don't lose any staff by doing that. But it means anyone with less than 40% will be educated to become more loyal because of the staff that are in there.
yeah, when it's working,
So,
when it's working,
it
because
makes it a minimum of 40%. But that's the way that that's the way that it seems to work
yeah.
in my head.
And I was actually right about the signal we talked about yesterday.
Go on.
When it's a chain signal, it's actually respect the first signal too, and then the second signals. It's not jumping over the first chain signal. It's actually need to be clean, the first part of the track, and even if the next part of the train is clean, it will not start driving out before both of them
No,
is actually clean.
yeah, but it does also look at the second signal and says,
Yeah,
"Can I go?"
yeah. But it's not just going out because of the second signal. It's ready to go.
No, no, it'll need both of them.
Yeah. So I just don't know about we actually talked right between each
Yeah,
other yesterday, and I just missed a little bit of what you was actually trying to tell. But
I mean, the way that I've understood the signals is chaining, single out. That's the way I do it, and it seems to work.
yeah, but the problem, like a place I am right now, if the two signals here was put in the other way around, so this was just a normally one, and this was the
Yeah.
chain signal up here, then the train can actually start driving. This train
Yeah.
driving in now, another train can actually start driving in here and stop them from, and then the train will stop here.
Yeah.
And
That's why.
and I didn't want it to stop there because of then it's blocking the tracks in.
That's why you have to think about where your junctions are going to be, because that orange section on the screen there, that is a junction. So you should have a chain going into it, but a single coming out. You've got a single coming out, but you've got a single going into it as well.
Yeah. I know,
Right?
because of I don't really want train to stop on this line here.
Exactly.
The only place I want them to stop is actually down here, so it's not driving out and blocking
Yeah.
anything that's coming in. So if it's actually going in this direction and stop there, then there will be a train that can come up from up here and don't can go in, and then yeah. And I don't want a train to stop there that's coming in, because of then it's blocking the train that's going out.
Where's your screen?
I just need to see to have a look on it. Set it up.
This blue and red one here.
Oh fuck, damn. A second. Yeah, that one over there. Yeah. Now it's gone.
That shouldn't be a chain going out.
No, but the reason why it's a chain going in, it's into a train station.
It's coming out of a junction.
Yeah, but it's coming from it's because of it don't need to go in and block, so it's not driving in. But yeah, but again, but the train will still fuck around with this signal type here. It has done the same this morning here. The train was actually, when you're not looking on them, they actually just do not follow the signals anyway. Then it's just like it's 0 and dots, and it's not really showing it is in the graphic, because of the train was actually fucking up here again this morning, and the train was actually driving over this section here and fucked it up, and was making a collision again up here. After we was tried to pick this signal off, and it should only go for this part of the line now. So now I've tried to set up a double chain signal up here to see about that will help. I have not seen any problem yet with that, but that can go a couple of hours before the problem is appearing again up here. So yeah, But it down. Was it that station there? No, it was not. Yeah, it was. Did I change it? Yeah, I did. I actually put it in. So no. But yeah, but we don't want the train to stop there. But the problem with like the good thing about this station is actually that's not really any trains that's going to. What will it be? The left when they're driving out, all of them going right.
Yeah.
So the problem will not really happen up here. It will always be a train that's coming from down here and going in here, and then it's stopping to just be sure if it's not blocking or driving in to be a 7 train that's coming in on a full station.
Yeah.
So the other trains actually has the possibility to get out. But of course I'm blocking them so they are not able to drive out before that's a free signal, and then that's maybe wrong again, as we was talking about, as it will actually be the next signals too that need to be free. So maybe it's not necessary to have them up anymore because of they have made a little bit. They have changed the rules for this signal a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, the last time I really messed about with trains and signals was about a year ago, and I know a lot's changed since then. So.
Yeah, but for the last three updates, there has been something, and that's still something that's not really good, because of the trains do not really follow their own rules. As up here, where they actually supposed to be be able to drive into each other, we have been going back at least 3 times when we have talked together, and that has been a problem up on this line here, where that actually should not have been able to happen.
I think the chain signals at this one is not necessarily these chain signals, but I mean, I think you had chain signals here going north before, didn't you?
No, yeah, but because of I would be sure if the train was actually stopping here and not going in and try to go into this, because if I have the problem before, what train was actually coming from out here, and then he was still trying to go into a station where there was a train, and then he was just standing and waiting out here to go in.
Yeah.
And then the train that was in here could not go out, because of this train here that was coming in would try to go in, and then it would wait on this station out here, or on this line out here, and try to go in, but there still is a train in there. So that was the reason why I was putting up a change signal out here, so they actually could choose a station in here and go in and wait in here.
But they weren't doing that, were they?
Yeah, they was actually blocking the tracks out. They have done that a lot.
Yeah.
So the next train that was coming, and because of the train, when they are leaving the station, they have already chosen which train station they will go into, which track they will go in on when they are leaving. So they are not choosing which station or which free station they will go into here. They are already they are already choosing it when they are going out from here, which station they actually will go in on when it's leaving from the train distribution office, or when it leave from a station. If we are saying this station here have a train that's coming in and need to go up to the border, then when it's leaving this station, it's choosing which station it actually will go in on up on the border when it's leaving this station. And that's annoying, instead of because there can be 3 trains that's on the way to the same station. So that's coming 3 trains in that maybe already have choose this line out here.
They shouldn't care what station as long as they go to that station, it doesn't matter what track they're on.
Yeah, but that's already chosen before, because if I have a train that's standing in line and waiting on, that's 2 free tracks up here, but that's still trains waiting in line out here to go into this track out here. Instead of, they cannot figure out to choose one of the 2 other, even if they are free. And if I try to ignore the signals, you're just driving up at the end of this train and fucking the line up.
Right, that's weird.
Yeah, that's one of the annoying things.
That sounds like a broken mechanic.
Yeah, it seems like somebody needs to fix something in the game. They are choosing which station they need to go to too early. It should actually just be chosen before they actually arrive to the station.
I mean, that wouldn't be a mod that's messing with the trains or anything, would it?
No, I don't think so. I think I think I got the problem before I actually started using mod.
Yeah, I don't mess about with mods, you see, so you definitely know more about that than me.
Yeah, but
But
I've played a lot without mods too. But okay, I've actually always had the church, at least the church. It was one of the first mods I was collecting because of. If you want a church, you need to get one from.
well, you can start with buildings already made, in which case you'll start with a church in every city.
Yeah, but
There'll be cities dotted about the place. You can tell it how many cities you want it to build, and
but
it'll build them. And then
I don't really like to do that. I have only done that one time, and that was when I was playing the mission. He was adding a couple of updates back.
yeah, I know. I've only ever done realistic, and you start empty map.
Yeah,
Empty map.
but
See how far you
when
get.
you are playing that, you have add some mission, 2 maps with the missions on, where you can learn a little bit about the game and how you should do it.
Oh, I never did that.
Okay, it's actually pretty fun. It is the first map I'm playing on. It's the map from that mission I'm playing on.
Right.
From the first of them. The next one, if you're playing that map, you can actually set that up. So you're starting with that city you are getting when you're starting on that map on map 2.
I always start with a random map, randomly generated, so you never know where anything's going to be, where the hills are, where the rivers are, what the gradients are going to be. You don't know anything. Random map. It's a square. Yeah, that's kind of
Yeah,
boring.
I
I'd
just
much rather it was an actual country shape.
I just think you're
But
taking too many lakes and that kind of stuff. You have too many. When you see your map, it's just
I've
too.
lowered it. I've lowered it.
Yeah, but you should maybe try to
I'm
set
still
to take a
getting.
little bit more rivers, so you have a lot of allowed to for a lot of
I
lakes.
allowed I allowed 2 rivers. I allowed uh, point 0.1 on lakes. It's naturally set to 0.3. So I've like divided that by 3, and I still had that many lakes.
Yeah, but that's a way
It-
to
Yep.
minimize. If you are just okay, there was too many lakes in this one. I'm going on and try to change it a little bit, and then try to move a little bit around. I have messed a little bit around with it. I was actually getting the possibility to get pretty decent maps too when I was doing it, but I don't like to play on them. That was another thing. It was just to see how it was working, to get to see how that thing with
Yeah.
was working. So it is possible to get some maps without too many rivers on and or
You
lakes.
can, but you have to literally minimize it,
Yeah,
make it utterly like 0.001, and then you might get 1 or 2 lakes.
it was
But
it.
you kind of need the lakes in the beginning to put your sewage water into. So I don't mind having the lakes, because
Yeah,
as I get a little bit further in, like in
it's
about
just
10 years' time, I should have the construction vehicles available to just level the map if I
the
wanted to.
the most important thing for the lakes is actually when you are starting using the fire choppers, and you have some kind of water close to them, and then the sewage, it just need to be long enough away from your city. I think it should at least be 400 meters away from the closest what is it, house.
Yeah,
I have one time built it right next to let us say I got a house here, that house I'm around now, right next to where the hospital is here. I have placed a outrun to a river right there. Let us just say they were not happy in this house. Their living age was definitely a little bit lower than it is actually in this house now. That's 59 now. It was down on, I think it was down on 49, 50 years living age. Uh,
that's good.
just because of he was living next to that one. When I was removing that a little bit, 300 meters away, it was going up to 83 or something like that.
Right.
I got another problem in this city with the living age. It's probably this one is living too close to, or that's a little problem with this somewhere. They are not happy, and then I was just trying something just for
Oh yeah,
fun, just
it's
for
yellow and orange.
yeah. The car factory is making a lot of pollution actually.
Yeah.
Uh, but then I was just for fun. I was just because of I know I didn't could use this area between my building and the car factory. Then I was just maybe I could use it for tourists. So I was placing hotels in here. They're not really complaining about that. So, of course,
Well,
that's a bug too. But you can place your tourist area in between your factory and your houses, because of you're not complaining about that.
fair enough.
But that
I think the hotel staff will complain though.
no, because of the aren't working. So they are not complaining about that. Maybe it's getting their work age to go, like their living age to go down because of they are so close to the car factory. But it is not really doing it on this one out here. I cannot
Well,
remember.
their health is,
Lifespan 78. So if you're working out there, then it's not necessary you have a short life. Of course, some of them living in the building that's bad, but here that's one with the lifespan on 84.
yeah,
So he's
100%.
so just because of his working out on the car factory,
But
should not necessarily
he,
mean he has a low life.
he's only 33. He's probably only just started. he's gonna die soon enough.
yeah. And then again, the lifespans it's going in another circle than the rest of the time it's going, because of they are definitely not living in 84 years, because of then I should still have my fucking first workers from 1960s here alive still.
Yeah, that is a different scale entirely, isn't it?
Yeah,
Because
and
you got kids growing up so like in 1 year. I think 1 year equals 10.
I have really given up on that part of it, and yeah,
I can't figure that out, but
no,
it's definitely a hell of a lot faster than
because
what
of
the top says it is.
because of that, so many fucking different time runnings in this game. That's the time running for vehicles. That's the time running for workers. That's the time running from free time. And then there's certainly how old they are getting, and how fast
Yeah,
they're getting that old, and
yeah,
yeah, and then that's how fast you're actually producing stuff. So you actually when you should use new trains to go in and out, and yeah, that's just this should actually have used more like one set of set of
one set of rules for everything.
yeah that
But that's the game.
yeah
I enjoy it.
if it, I'm enjoying it, and I even enjoy to get pissed on it, but again. That would be some item I would really like to be fixed. If it was me that was have the possibility to make this kind of game, I would make it a lot like they have done here, but I would definitely allow the vehicle to move faster.
Yeah. Well, the vehicles need to move at the speed they say they're moving at.
Yeah,
People need to live as long as they say they're living.
yeah. I don't care about actually would be playing 300-400 years before I'm actually getting, and I need to import more citizens over, and then you will live that
Well,
amount
this
of
is what you'd
years.
have to do. You'd have to import more citizens because your people wouldn't breed as quick as what they do.
No, yeah,
I
and
mean,
then it would take
3,000
around that 18
people.
years to get new citizens up to be ready to
Exactly.
work.
Exactly. And
That
that means it would work, I think, a lot better if it actually did that. But
it would be a
I
lot
think it'd be
easier.
a very long game then.
It would be a lot easier in your brain to figure out what to do, when you should do it, and why you should do it.
Mhm.
Because if you have the time spent on how long time it actually would take for the stuff to be ready and done to, and how many years you have your workforce before you actually need to prepare a new workforce to be ready.
Yep. But never mind. That's not the way the game works, and
No,
probably never will.
and somehow it's working the way it is, but
Yeah.
it's difficult to figure it out how it's exactly it's working. And I was actually thinking about I should probably be necessary to build a little police station more up here. I'm actually building it. I have built it. I have just not bought the vehicles for it yet. Do we have our fuel? That do not look like to be fuel. Fuel vehicles?
Got spaces.
It was around there. A lot of fuel vehicles there. That's getting allowed to deliver around the map.
That's a lot of fuel vehicles.
Yeah. But some of them it's actually I have some kind of delivery problem. They are driving along the map here. They need to drive out to this repair station up here, and then up to some of the building up here. So it could actually be possible to use a lot of them at the same time if we are. But it's just because of I like to do it that way. That's another thing that's actually annoying me, and it's only possible to get them 20 assignments.
20 assignments, yeah.
It should at least be 40. Then I would not have a problem with it.
Well, this is why I generally find that the distribution office, especially for fuel, you're better off building the small one.
Yeah, for fuel that's easier just to build 2 small ones, so you have 40 if it is.
You can spread them out a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
You can spread them out all over the place, and it's much better to build more small ones than it is to build a large one.
But I prefer to actually, when I was finding this the gas station I was talking about, if you are starting to download mods on sometime, this gas station here where you actually can deliver the fuel in. They have the fuel intake, so you don't need the vehicle. For that anyway. That's one of the best one I have found yet. It was really helping a lot, and because of when you're starting run out of gas and your gas station can follow up with how many vehicles are actually coming in on it, then your delivery vehicle will stand in line with the fucking vehicle that need to get gas.
Yeah.
And that's what actually was annoying me, because of then I got a line of 300 vehicles or something like that was wanting to go into one gas station that still have gas. And then they try to come a fucking vehicle that's need to fill it up again. And then some of the vehicles do not really drive out and go up behind in the line. Sometimes you're just going out to the fucking turnaround to the first cross, and then you turn around and go into the line again. So
go back into the line, I do wish vehicles wouldn't just turn around at the next available point.
Yeah, and then drive.
I've built up islands in my city, so they have somewhere to turn around.
And some of them actually just standing in line over up in top of each other.
Yeah, I just had that when I was building 2 of the large flats, like I said I was gonna. So I was building 2 of the large flats, and it's a lot of prefab panels, and I had 6 vehicles trying to pick up prefab panels, while 3 vehicles were trying to put down prefab panels to keep the storage full.
Yeah, okay.
And they were just parking on top of each other, and then I'd get traffic jam, and I was like, well, there's nothing I can do.
I have it a lot when I'm
to leave them alone.
When I'm building that footpad underground stations, then vehicle is driving in to actually on that little rock pad, and then they're standing there, then they're starting to make a traffic jam. Because of they cannot figure out to offload and get the bus in to actually get the workers in at the same time. So it's just standing there and blocking each other. So sometimes I need to go out to that. Now I do not really have one here. So if the work vehicles is driving in here, it just will stand there in the semi truck will be like it's trying to turn around, but it cannot really turn around and go back out of the pad, and then the bus cannot get allowed to go in here and set the workers off. So it's just standing here like a little traffic jam, and it's actually getting bigger and bigger, and at some point the workers in the bus will disappear and just be home again.
Yeah.
And then they will just stand the bus without any workers in, and because of it has taken too long time. But another good thing out here was actually it was started working out here. It was not working good, but I was necessary to fire the choppers and set buses in instead.
Right.
And do they not reach now or whatever? It should be reaching, but that's no workers on that station. The workers should actually be able to reach over there.
Where did they get dropped off?
Still on the helipad station here.
Right.
I'm just using it as the bus station now.
Right.
I think I do anyway. It was working when I was checking it, but it's not sure.
I've just seen the bus leave, but it's got no one on it.
Yeah, it's the question about the actually offloading. That one have any passengers on, but I was checking. There was one passenger that was going out, and he was actually going into a work. space. But there's not really any workers on it, as you are saying. But of course, I'm not forcing anybody to go out here. I was just removing the forcing for this one to go out there. And it seems like you're choosing to go out to another space instead of going up to this. Up to
That
this.
one's empty as well.
That's going to the metro station. Metro station. That's yeah. That was because of I need more workers out there. So I was actually doing that. Yeah.
You've got no unemployment either, so maybe it's time to build a few more houses.
Yeah, but it has actually been working. There has been a lot of workers out there. I don't know why they not want to go out there. That's something wrong here. Terribly wrong. Really terrible. There has been no fucking workers out on my heating plant.
Ooh.
Yep, everybody has left the city and I've just seen no workers. I am normally have it standing over on this so I can see how many apartments that's empty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of empty apartments.
Yep, it's only down in this city, lucky enough. Mostly down in that city, but of course some of it will inflict some of the other one because of all this city all that city taking all my older all my ready citizens to move out. What them that still will be living home at their parents without a possibility to get a new flat. All of them is just going down there and then they're leaving.
Yeah, I think you might have to wait until after winter now.
Yeah.
The flats will be too cold, so no one will really move into them. But
I have built that one, yeah. But it's just, yeah. I didn't know why it was choosing to not go down there. But
you definitely want to select one of those flats and tell it to send 100% of its people to the heating plant.
No, for my heating plants, only needed 10 workers.
Oh yeah, but then you set it to other 0%, and then it will send them everywhere else if they can't get in there.
Yeah, I definitely need to get some of them over to go over
one
them.
Flat doing that, and then that will make sure that's always full. That's the way I try and set out all my buildings.
Yeah, I'm normally
one thing to 100%, and then everything else to 0, like other buildings 0%.
But the city has been working for hours and hours and hours. And then and they have been working down there, and it has not been really necessary to send them down there, and they have been working perfectly down there, and then suddenly, poof, then nobody is working down there anymore.
Does that one heating thing do enough for that city?
Yeah, more than enough. That's the reason why I think this is actually a little bit overpowered. It's only used 40 megawatts of power, and it's producing 140 gigajoule.
And I mean, how much does each flat take?
Not that much. You can normally see you can take one of them. I have them in all my cities because of you can place them directly into your city. I actually used another one before that was actually using a lot more power. Then
yeah, I remember you showing me that on the first video.
This one and a little bit bigger too. And then the American dude I was talking about, he was actually finding that one. I was saying I would try to check it out. And as I was saying to him, I think it is a little bit cheap because of it's not using enough power, but it has a good amount of 140 kilojoule out, and normally that one you're using have 210.
It's only got a 700 meter hot water tank though. That one's only got a 700 meter cubed.
Yeah, but then that one you're using have 1,050, so it's pretty big actually.
I mean, the 700 is pretty big, but it's still not as big as you think it is. If you go and have a look in the building menu for each of those flats that you've got built down there, I think those flats have, each one has like 20 to 25 meter cubed water tank.
I cannot remember how is it.
In the building menu, you'll see it won't show you on this. Yeah, if you go down as if you're going to build another one, and it'll show you when you just center over it. So that one's a 12 meter cubed.
Yeah, hot water tank, 12 cubic meter.
And your other ones that you're using, because there's other flats down there as well.
I'm normally only using that one, but of course, yeah, it was the good one. I think it was
So,
this one. That's only 10.
so that's only 10, but that means what? You should be able to have roughly 50 flats, little bit less.
Yeah, but it is working. It's not that because of I've only running with one in all the other cities too.
But
Yeah,
that's only 100% productivity.
yeah, but I'm normally looking at it this way. I'm looking on this one about it. If it's not on 90, I'm normally do something, and then I'm looking at it in when I'm looking at it. Let me see, heat water tank. Yeah, that one. So then you can see how heated the water is. So if that's
Yeah,
a problem, it will get cold. And this is how hot that's inside. It should just that can only be max 24.
yeah.
So that's I'm normally looking on this one for problems. You can see that's a little bit of a problem over here. I should probably add something, a new
I mean,
heating plant over here.
I was going to say that's a lot of flats.
Yeah, that's a couple. Uh,
A lot of flats. And that's not the only thing that takes the hot water, though. All your shops take the hot water. Your police station, the hospital, the schools, they all take the hot water.
the secret police station do not use water.
Not the secret police
Even
station.
they are
Police
not even
station
using the. I have not seen them use a fucking drop of water. They don't have changed it. Because of I have a lot of pollution water in some of my cities to begin with, and when I was keep and looked on that secret police station, it keep to have that polluted water. So they're not even drinking water inside the inside that secret police station. If you're not,
Danish.
I don't know about this one actually. I'm making any hot water, but I don't think so. That's a heating station we can add
It's
to it.
149%. So you definitely need to add to it.
Yeah, that's actually has a hot water tank too on 300 cubic meter.
Only 300, and it's already operating at 445.
Yeah.
That's your problem right there.
Yeah. This city has a little bit of a problem, but of course this is only it is a small heating plant. It's just easier than building and then instead of building this heat exchanger, I should just have added another heating plant of this
Yeah.
side. That would have been a lot easier, and that is what I'm normally doing. After I start using this, I would just find a place where I actually could add this, and I would set this up.
I mean, in this city, definitely, because it seems like there's a lot of places in this city that need heating. So,
Right.
but I mean, in a normal size city of how many people you got in this city? There's a lot. This has to be like a 15 to 20,000 city.
It's around 10,000 too, I think. But I'm not sure about actually build that mayor house in this city here. I don't remember. I don't remember what it's called. So let us just zoom into that one for a moment there. I'm pretty sure if I didn't build it. What?
However many workers you have, you kind of double it
City.
for the amount of people you have.
Yeah, but I cannot see it if I don't have the mayor house.
No, but I mean, just counting up your actual houses, because they're all the same house. So you got 5, 10, another 9, plus another 8, plus another 7, and another 11. So that's 18, 27, 35, 40, 45 houses. 45 houses, all right. 45 houses at about 180, which we're going to double because of people living there, not just workers. So you end up with 360 times 45.
I actually got one. It was over there.
Oh, there you go.
Actual population is 12,600. Productive workers is 8,500 in 89 or 96. But yeah, it will be fixed with the water in a moment for that part of it anyway, because of we are just adding a one plan move there. Yeah, that's not good. They're about to use all the water too. This one is actually still working, and they actually
Getting
connect.
warmer right now, so you're fine. You're up to -4 in the world, which will help.
Yeah, but it's
down to -10.
the problem will first start when the heating pin is going down here. Pointing thing. When it's getting around the tree in 12 cubic meters, then the problem will start. Under there, it's starting to get too cold. But in a moment, it will go up there again. This city down here is even bigger. And it's actually still running on the same. It has only two, with two heat extensions that's going out. Yeah, it's actually, I will be necessary to build something more.
Definitely.
And it's only 10 workers, so it's actually not that bad. Oh yeah.
At least the church doesn't require heating.
No, it's a little bit fun. You're not doing that. That's a couple of buildings, and most of the work buildings do not. But then something ridiculous as the thing to the airport where the citizens arriving in the airport and the chopper hello said that they have not changed that, so they will still need heat as this one helipad passenger thing.
It says they need heat, but they're not there for very long.
No, but still.
So it doesn't matter too much if you don't give it heat.
No, it do not, but they're just complaining about it the fucking a lot of the time. If you are not giving them, then you are getting that the whole winter you are getting that. It's too cold in that building, and certainly you're just annoying it, and then it's another building it's actually talking about, and you're just annoying it, and then that will happen something like this, and then you will end up with half a city that is left because of no, okay, I think it was the other building, and then it is the right building. Let us see a problem up here again. What have we done? Yep, that one will probably go. It should probably over there and delivering chemicals so they cannot cross each other there. Yep, it should do that. And that one wants to go in there. Yep.
Again, just pulling that joining section down a little bit might sort that out.
Yeah. But again, that's coming trains through here that don't have anything to do with this too. That the stone trains and that passing through here to go down here and deliver stone too. But yeah. But it's first time that's actually has been a problem down here now, but it is around.
It's the quantity of trains, I think. I think the quantity, just the amount of trains there are on the line now.
Yeah.
It's like Britain's infrastructure at the moment.
And they can actually go now. They can go.
It was designed for the 70s and it's operating in 2024. It doesn't work.
Yeah, now they can actually go 3, 4, 5 hours in real playtime before it actually happened again.
Yeah. Oh, it might only be every 5 years that something goes wrong.
Yeah.
But if it goes wrong, it stops everything. That's why I love this game, though. I love this game. just for that fact alone, just every minute little detail needs to be right. Otherwise, everything goes horribly wrong.
Yeah, that's for sure. And we still have a lot of workers in this building here. Not a lot, but we have 13. That was not that big as a building as I was expecting.
If you set that to the heating plant,
I do that now because of then the most of the citizen will not leave or whatever.
and then just click on the other button as well. So tell it that if there's no workplaces in the heating plant, they can go wherever.
Oh, yeah, but they will be directed down here now. I would actually try to have moved some of the citizens to one building.
They should move on their own, though, shouldn't they?
Yeah, but I would move the that live in 2 or 3 in each building or something like that. So I would move them over to have them a little bit more. So I actually could send them out and have a little bit better control over where actually sending them through.
Yeah.
And if they are sick, they will not move. But it's a good way to get rid of you criminals, actually. Just let the city die out.
I mean, I never thought about that, but yeah, that would do it. I wonder how many real-life governments have thought of that.
Yeah.
If we just leave Birmingham alone. Sorry, I live in Birmingham.
Okay.
It's full of fucking criminals.
Yeah. I don't know how bad it is, but yeah.
It's terrible, man.
Okay, is it not is it Birmingham? Was that actually not named in Peaky Blinders or whatever?
Yeah, where Peaky Blinders started.
Okay.
But, I mean, we weren't the leaders of crime, but we know how to do it. It's not a good trait to have.
No. In the city I was actually living in the 90s, we actually have more murders than Chicago.
Oh, fucking
hell. Per city,
bad statistic.
per citizens we do. Of course, Chicago would of course have a lot more murders than a city with 15,000 citizens.
Obviously, but per capita, it's...
Yeah, but that was actually a lot higher because of the per citizens for Chicago, and we have 5 or 6 murders in for a very short period of 1 year, 2 years maybe, or something like that.
Birmingham's knife crime, drug-related crime. Ah, well. I was speaking to an American the other day, and he said he was going to come on holiday to the UK. And I was like, don't come to Birmingham.
Don't do it, don't do it.
Like, why? I was like, well, you can go to London. London's a tourist city. That's what it is. Birmingham's got nothing for tourists. Unless you know someone here, and you're going to spend all your time with those people, and you're here for the people, there's no point to coming in. There's nothing touristy about Birmingham. Nothing at all.
If it's not raining, it's just bad weather anyway. So don't come.
I've said this in real life to people as well, not just online to people. But I was in a pub, and there was a group of foreign tourists in there, and I was like, well, can I just ask, why are you in Birmingham? Oh, we thought we'd see the country. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I don't get why you come to Birmingham. There's nothing here. There's just nothing. I've lived here 40 years. I know. There's nothing here. And no one could answer. And then the barmaid went, that's a very disrespectful way to talk about your city. I was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I live here. I know what it's like. There's nothing here worth visiting. We've got a few museums. Well, that's an afternoon. You don't come and stay here. You might hire a car and drive up for the day, and that's fine. Why would you spend a week here? I can't figure that out. The American ignored me anyway. He came to Birmingham, and then he posted a video on YouTube about it, and it was like, it's just a shithole. I did warn you. I did tell you this.
But yeah, it has probably been one of them. Oh, I should over and see there because of Pinky Blinders or something like that because it was
Oh,
so
yeah.
popular.
Yeah. But it's not like that anymore. They're just dangerous hoodies everywhere.
Yeah.
Kids with nothing better to do and no discipline.
I try to.
Bring back national service. I'm an old man now. I'm allowed to be like this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm being 45 next time.
You're just a little bit ahead of me.
Okay.
Not much, just a little bit.
I'm from the 70s.
Yeah, 80s, man. 80s. Early 80s, but still the 80s. I'm an 80s baby.
Have you? I don't know about you seeing any First Amendment videos on YouTube. Okay, I like to see one. Jeff something. He's making short one where he's standing like he's homeless with a sign, and a lot of them thinking he's actually asking for money, but he is actually asking for something for pray for veterans, homeless veterans, and something else. He is not homeless, but yes, and so the police are coming and try to what is it, mayor, the places where the finer people's working for the mayor, that kind of stuff. He's standing out in front of that kind of buildings, and then the police coming and try to send him away and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty funny too. It's not funny in that way, but actually the way he actually handled it, he has actually handled it very well. That's a lot of other shit.
America's just a contradiction of terms, though. That's all it is. They applaud their servicemen and women, and then they treat them like shit.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Act how you think you should.
That's the way capitalism is. It's just take as much you can to yourself and try to give as little to the people that's working for you as possible, and keep as much to yourself as possible.
It's the way of the world these days, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fair. Sadly enough, the Danish is about to get onto that part of it too. We have actually been a good part of us, not really red, but we have taken care of our citizens. So people that's sick and don't get work and that kind of stuff could have some kind of a life too, and that's actually getting and starting to get being used by people from the Middle East and that kind of stuff. They're coming up and don't want to work and that kind of stuff. So it's really not good. Of course, other countries has some kind of benefits for people that's disabled and that kind of stuff too.
Yeah.
But
same in the UK. I'm actually classed as disabled. I am. I was injured in the armed forces, and 20 years later, I now use walking aids, which is fine. I was working up until like 5 years ago, though.
Okay.
And then I was at work, and my leg collapsed.
Damn.
It just doesn't want to work anymore. Doesn't want to hold me up.
Okay.
So I need to use walking aids, and that means that I can't do the physical jobs that I was doing. I was working in a warehouse.
Okay.
Driving forklifts and that.
Yeah.
Can't do that anymore. But after 20 years of doing that, what else do I know how to do? I've applied to thousands of jobs and no one responds because I haven't got anything on my CV that says I can do it.
Yeah, and then you are.
And then you get the job centres saying, "Oh, you've got to keep looking for work." Well, I'll keep looking, but no one's responding. So what do you want?
Yeah.
I can't do anything else.
No.
I wish I could.
Yeah.
I wish I could.
Yeah.
But I'm not like everyone else. There are people out there that just don't want to work.
That's me.
That's fine. I mean, a lot of people don't want to work, but they go to work anyway. You know, I've worked with several thousand people that didn't want to go to work, but went anyway. Pretty much
Yeah.
everyone I've ever worked with.
Uh,
No one wants to go to work.
no, definitely not. Uh, but again, I was actually lucky to get what it will be called for before time pension or whatever. I think
Oh, right, yeah, yeah.
I don't know what it will be called there, but I think
It's a
it will be
pension, yeah.
yeah. And then before time, so I get some kind of money from the government each month,
Fair play.
so I can actually do more or less what I want to. But
I got a few years before my pension kicks in.
so that, but it's nearly impossible to get that now. I was actually one of the last one that was getting it pretty easy. Now you should
Is the,
mostly be dead before you actually can be.
the British government is slowly moving in that direction, man. I think you have to be 72 at the moment to retire.
Yeah, that's the same around here. 70, I think it's up on now.
And I'm pretty sure by the time I reach 70, it'll be in the 80s.
Yeah, but you are already locked to a certain age now. It's only the
Not,
people
not
that's come.
yet.
Oh, it is this way over here. It's only
Yeah,
counting for the new one that's coming into the job markets now. So one that's 18 now and coming in, he will be 70, 72 before he actually can. But you are locked to a certain age when you are coming in at 80, like 18
right.
for in this country anyway. You cannot
Yeah,
just change that.
as works that when you get to, I think it's either 50 or 55. When you reach that age, then your retirement age is locked.
Okay,
So until then,
it can be it's up around that.
it'll be moved wherever the government want it to be moved to. Which
Okay.
I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to remove it completely.
Yeah, for yeah,
That's why they brought in a law in the UK. They brought in a law about 5-10 years ago, saying that every independent company had to give you a pension
yeah, but
because they don't want a state pension anymore
we have a
because
really
they can't afford it.
we have a really good system over here. We are every company is actually forced to pay something into to every workers. It is in your
Oh,
paycheck, so it's already getting paid in before you actually getting your paycheck. From each worker, and that's something with the unions. The unions is actually working in this country, not like USA. That's the more or less the mafia that's been run by that.
yeah, ours works in the same way where everyone pays their national insurance, which then covers your retirement, your pension when your state pension anyway. You've always had the option to do a private pension as well.
Yeah, but the problem with that is actually it's getting discount, it's getting in this country it will get if you are making your own one, you actually the stuff you will get for the government would actually be it will be discount each other, so you will get a fewer money from the government if you actually have your own over
Yeah,
here.
ours didn't work like that. Ours worked on tax basis. So if your pension paid you so much a month, you would then have to pay tax on that because it's still classed as an income. You don't pay on it at the time that you're putting it into the pension, but when you receive your pension, if your pension is worth more than X amount, which I'm not sure what that amount is because I haven't hit pension age yet, but if it's worth more than that, then you'll pay tax on it. So then they'll get their money because that's what they want. They just want their money. That's all the government want.
Yeah, and try to pay as little as possible to.
Yeah, yeah, which isn't working at the moment. I mean, the country, our country's tiny, and it's got like 77 million people in it.
Yeah, ours is even tinier, and
Yours is smaller, I know.
it has only 5.7 million or something like that.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
we have actually ruled most of the fucking half of the world with that amount of
oh yeah,
citizens, even less than that, man.
that's it, man. That's it. It's the tiny countries you've got to watch out for.
Yeah,
Little man syndrome. That's what it is.
yeah, we have actually been over and conquer you more multiplied times.
True, true, very true.
Uh,
And we went out and conquered half the world.
yeah, after that. You
Yeah.
were you was probably keeping some of the best conquerors over there. You was getting allowed to live, and then you were learning learning from that.
Oh yeah, we learned everything from you. People forget that.
Yeah,
learned from everyone that invaded us. We
yeah.
just took everything they did and we went, well, we'll do that better.
And the Vikings is actually, when they was
That's
first
it.
figured out there was a land over there, you have come over there a lot of times, and
1000, 800s, 1000, something like that.
yeah, back in before there was even a thing
You
of
gotta
me.
remember, we had the Romans here as well.
Yeah, that's actually wild enough. Actually, you have been there too. It's actually something about you have built the walls and that kind of shit down there, up there.
Well, they built all the roads.
Yeah, but walls, so it was built a great wall or something like that. That
That,
was
Hadrian's Wall, it's not really a wall. It's more
okay.
like it's about knee height.
Okay,
It's not really a wall. It's just a dividing line that you can see.
okay,
You could easily jump over it.
okay. In more of the movies, they actually
It's a
protect.
proper wall in a movie, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it's not. It probably used to be a proper wall, but that's 2,000 years
Then,
ago.
then there was pretty small people if that had been a wall.
This is it. I know people in the world are getting taller, but not by like 7 foot.
No, that's maybe a little bit. Then they were definitely small in that area. Then it has been a really good compliment to build all that fucking road they have built. This they didn't want higher than that.
Uh,
They have built a lot of roads through the fucking whole Europe. That's actually a little bit wild.
this is, I mean, every country that's ever invaded another has done some good. It's not all good, but they have done some good.
Yeah, and he has probably did it. He has probably tried to do it in a good.
But I doubt if they tried to do it in a good way. They probably did it in the easiest way possible for them to get as rich as possible, which is exactly what the British did in India and that. But,
Yeah, yeah. Some of them
but
was
they also took
trying because of religion to convert somebody else to.
railways over there. We took education over there. We did some good. It's a byproduct of the bad shit that we did, but we did some good.
Yeah.
But yeah, no one ever talks about the good.
No.
All talks about the bad, and that's fine.
Yeah, that's it. It is the way it is. But yeah.
I think we've bored everyone that was watching.
Oh yeah.
There was 3 people watching before. It was just me now.
No, that's something wrong because of that's only standing one with me too. So that should actually stand two. But that YouTube channel is fucked up with how many it's actually showing. That's watching.
I don't think it shows you though, does it?
Yeah,
If it's
yeah,
your,
yeah. I do. It showed
does
me.
it?
Because of when I'm alone in there, it's because of I'm on my phone, so it will
Right.
show me. But one time I was actually trying to log on for, I got one time I got 5 or 6 devices. It would only count me one time, but I can be counted one time. But so I think I tried to log on my television and then my phone and then I have a laptop and then I logged on my machine I'm playing on. Just to see about I actually could get more. It seemed like there was a more viewer than
Or
that actually
people
was,
watching.
but it was only showing me as one.
Mm.
Okay, then I don't want to do that.
Yeah, that's funny. Try and swindle the statistics.
Yeah, just to see like let it seem like there was more viewers than it actually was on it. Just to
You're still losing people in that city, aren't you?
no, it's actually trying to get some of them trying to come in now. I think.
The numbers are raising up though.
Yeah, I think.
Isn't that the amount of free flats?
Yeah, but I have closed a lot of the citizens, a lot of the buildings down. So
Yeah.
it's not allowed to move into that cities. That one was actually not allowed to move into, so I don't.
I'm watching that 46, 47 on the screen, 48, 50. It seems to be losing people. 51,
Yeah.
52. It's definitely
Oh, yeah. It's because of that still too little heat in that building. I was actually trying to steal some citizens from another city. Too, that was actually my plan.
and then just set other to 0%.
Ah,
So the other buildings you set to 0.
no, it's not on 0. That's
Yeah,
on 10.
if you set it to 0, then everyone will try and go to that building first, and then they'll go other places.
No, but that should not be on 0. That should actually be 10 workers in that one. It's the heating plant.
Oh yeah, but you don't care what the number is. You're just setting it so that they only try and go to that building. And if they
Oh,
can't go to that building, then they go somewhere else, which is why you set other buildings to 0%, and everywhere else it doesn't matter.
no, I'm normally doing it this way. This
Uh,
building can have this building has 145 workers, so 10%
yeah,
will be 14 workers, 14 and a half workers, and I need 10 down there. So
but you need more than 10.
yeah, but that's
You
yeah,
need 10 per shift.
yeah, but that's it's fine enough, I think.
So this is the way I set it up is I'll put X amount, like the whole building will go to one building, and if they can't work in that building, then they'll go somewhere else. Which is why I set the other to 0%, so everyone tries to work in that building. So it makes sure that building is full.
Yeah, I understand, but then there will just end up with be a lot of citizens that not have any work. But then you will.
No, they will, because of the other buildings. Other buildings will make them go and work in other buildings if they can't work in that one.
No, not if it's standing on 0%.
Yeah, even at 0%, 0% still means they won't try and go there first. They'll go there last.
I'm normally ending up with have a lot of citizens that can't have a work. Then they will stand up here. 100 workers cannot have no work.
Well, 19, 20 workers can't work because of kindergartens.
Yeah, that's no workers in the kindergarten.
One worker can't work because of sickness. Other than that, they're working. So it's the kindergarten that you need to get set up.
Yeah, kindergarten. That's the.
And again, you go other buildings at 0%, and that's it. And that's what I do. And that way, everyone will try and work wherever they can if they can't get into that building.
Okay, maybe. It can be that way.
That's the way that I've been running it, but I mean, I only do that for certain buildings, like the hospital. I do that for the hospital and the heating plant. But I've moved my heating plant further out of the city now, so I have to use buses to do that. So I'm starting to do it with the bus stop instead. So I'll send it 100% to the bus stop, and if they can't go to the bus stop, it'll be set to other. Other it goes to 0%. But that's
maybe.
That's just the way I've been doing it. But
yeah, but maybe when I've tried to mess around with it, I normally ending up with have a lot of citizens that don't have a work. But maybe it's just because if I try to put it all out of different buildings, that could be yeah. I don't know.
I find if you try and go too deep into controlling where people go, this is why I love that other buildings. But that's a brilliant introduction to the game, that is, because that wasn't there when I was first playing it.
No, it was not. It was. Yeah.
That's so nice to have though, because it just means you can set it up to go 100% of people go into that building, and if you can't, then you'll go elsewhere.
It is a good system, but I would just wish you have taken that low, medium, and high instead of this.
Oh yeah, that'd be probably better.
So you could have chosen something like this building, the water building. That should definitely be a high.
That should be a high, but again, I mean, little buildings like that, I like. This is where having multiple different types of housing comes in handy, because you can have a house that holds 90 people, and that's perfect for the water treatment.
Yeah.
Because it needs 30 people on each shift, and it's got 90 people in the house.
But the problem is then the problem is then another building that's next to it. Then all the workers from that choosing to go and work on that fucking water treatment plant. Yeah. If you don't control them.
you don't control them, and this is the problem. This is why if you're going to control where they go in one building, you have to control where they go in all buildings, or use the other button, the other buildings, and then they can go wherever they want if they can't get into that building, and that just means they'll go wherever. So
And
like places like the shop and the bar and any of the culture buildings, I don't set those up at all. I
now,
leave them alone, and then people will go there if
yeah.
there's nothing else to do.
Okay, this one is a little bit funny because of this station has been running for, let us just say it has been running for 6-7 hours or something like that game time.
So
And
it
now
can't
this
come
train has train has just figured out it cannot go in anymore.
Yeah, he can't go. He can't get out. Why can't he get out?
Now it cannot get into the train station and load, and
Well, there's 3 red markers coming out of that junction. So
because
which
of it,
one is
because of
going
it,
to go?
because of it has figured out it want to go into one of the 2 first station here, and
Yeah,
then
so follow that along.
yeah, but there's no signal placed out here,
Yep.
and this signal's going around to this.
So if you put a signal down there,
Yeah, then it will.
to go to the other side, it should work.
Yeah, it should.
So now let's see which way it happens now. So he should go now.
Yeah, it was going into one of the 2 stations there. It would probably, maybe it wanted to go over and be repaired. No, it not even, it actually want to go over to be repaired. So it was,
And there you go.
yeah, it was because of it was blocking itself out of this 2 line here because of the crossing up here. It was blocking both of the line out there, so it could not go in.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Signals, man.
Yeah, it's nothing.
If you get them right, it's perfect. If you don't get them right, it's...
Yeah, and if you think you are doing something right, and then it's certainly wrong, and then you have done it because of it has actually been working all the time the way you're doing it, and then it certainly starts to be wrong, that's weird.
Again, I think it's something to do with the amount of trains on the line, though. I mean, you do have a lot of trains running on.
Yeah.
A very small amount of track, to be fair.
And this one was exactly what I don't want to figure out to run at the same place. It cannot be. I hate that when that's happening, and it will not allow to actually be put down next to each other. Then that's no possible to set the signal. So it's actually
that separation in the line, though.
Yeah, but it would not be able to do it anyway. I need to let the train go away before I can do it.
Clear that separation in the line, and then it should.
I could do it there, but again, I could not do it right next to it. I don't know about it was because of the train, but again, it's annoying when it's happening. That's a couple of places when you're building in this way that you will just not accept to be placed next to each other, and oh, damn, I have tried nearly everything, but some places it's not possible. See, that seems to be okay. That's actually the right amount of space.
Yeah, that's just about right, that is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always put my signals as close to the junction as I can, and then as close to the station as I can, and then do the measurement thing and see what the distance is, and then divide that by the length of the train to see how many signals I can fit in, and then do it at that interval.
Yeah.
So that way you end up with an equal distance between all the signals, and every train can fit in between them. But it all depends if you use the same length train for every train. Using distribution offices, it doesn't work, because they'll use as many carriages as they can.
No, you can only be 200 and something meters long, depending on which of them you're actually using. So it will.
Well, this is why I tend to go with the smaller of the stations, so they can only be a certain length.
And then
much rather build more distribution centers than
And then
one big.
that's a big difference in the wagon size too. Some
Yeah.
wagons is only 15 meters and some is 24 meters, and
Yeah.
so of course 1 and 15 can have more wagons, and so yeah.
I mean, I will have to look into it again, which I'll get to it when I can be bothered. Little trains again.
Yeah, I know it's the board train again that's fucking up. I was actually thinking about making something. But again, it will probably just choose. Yeah, that will not. It will maybe but then I need to disconnect this one in the middle, and that was actually not the plan. It was not a good plan.
Try and just tell that board train to ignore the signal.
Yeah, that will work for now. That's not the problem. But the problem is it's keeping going in. I was removing that change signal that was placed up here before.
Yeah.
But if I should do this, I should actually remove the other one and then remove one of the line here in the middle. And then we will just drive in over this train tracks over here.
At least it's clearing. That distribution centres are only sending out one carriage, then two carriages. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
but it is because of it is small amount that actually is needed in this one anyway. So the train for the machine component will not be very long anyway. It can have 60 tons with 2 wagons on, and a lot of the spaces will have around 48 tons at maximum. 28 tons as maximum on that one with 8%.
Yeah.
So it will not be longer train anyway for that part of it. If I should change this, I should change it so that the distribution center down in the other end actually delivering, and another one will go down there and sell it. So this distribution center down here would start driving them out.
For small amounts like that, I'd still say trucks are better.
Yeah, but then I would have trucks driving from down here and out over the whole map. That will not be good. I have not really fuel station, and it will take too long time and all that kind of stuff. Because of the vehicle is not moving the speed. If the vehicle just was moving the speed it's supposed to do, it would not have been a problem with trucks.
Well, they still move the same speed as the trains, though. If a train is set to 100 kilometers an hour, which most of them are,
150, I think they can go. So they can go faster than where vehicle
so
can.
they can go faster than the vehicles.
Yeah.
But the truck would just be one truck instead of a train that is then blocking 6 other trains. It's swings and roundabouts. One truck on a road that's virtually empty.
No, it's not.
Well, it looks virtually empty.
Definitely not. That's a lot of garbage trucks and yeah.
In the towns, but where do you need the trucks in the towns? You could have it so that only any trucks with a trailer can't go into the town.
Yeah, but when I'm trying to use this signal, a lot of the signal do not really work. Garbage trucks do not accept any of the signs.
No, they won't, because they have to get to certain places wherever. But I mean,
But of course, some of the signal is working. That's I agree on that.
I always try and put a ring road in on a city, and so I encircle the city in a road, and that way, any vehicles that don't want to go into the city, they don't have to.
Yeah, okay, but that's another problem because of the vehicle just choosing the shortest road.
They do, but then I mean, the signals that I've tried to use, they have worked. So I generally go for the larger of the trucks anyway, which usually has a trailer, which means then I set it to don't have any trucks with trailers go into the city, except for access.
Yeah.
And then they'll only go into the city if they're going to be doing like a rebuilding project like you've got there.
Yeah.
That's the way that I've done mine. Again, it seems to be working for mine, but mine's not as big as yours. So
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever used a quarter of the map. I don't think I've ever used 10% of the map, to be fair.
Okay.
Because I find back in the day, like 2 years ago when I first started playing this game, you didn't have the technology or anything, so you could just look at the map and you could see where the oil was, see where the coal was, see where the borders with the electricity were, and you could just see all that on the mini map.
Yeah, there was no research at that time.
Exactly.
But
So
of course you can.
I'd open up the mini map and I'd go, right, there's oil there, coal there, gravel there, right, okay, that's the place I want to start. There's a border within a kilometre, perfect place to start. And then I don't need to move away from the border for at least the first 25 years.
Yeah, gravel is so one of the things you actually can see on the top of the land already.
You see that on the land straight away, that's what I mean. So
Yeah.
you just need to find your oil, your coal, and your iron. And if you've got a nice spot with all three of those, that's where you want to start. And just have a look around then. Make sure you've got enough flat ground. If you don't, have a look for somewhere else on the minimap. Find the next place that has oil, coal, and iron. There's always more. I think there's usually like 10 places of each.
Depending on which kind of map you're playing on, of course, but
it's the random map always.
Yeah.
No.
So that depending on what you're actually going for in your setup, of course.
Yeah. Which I have no idea. I know I limit the amount of lakes, and I try and flatten the ground a bit beforehand so that it's not quite so mountainous. And that's it.
Yeah, okay.
That's generally all I do to adjust the settings.
Oops, something is burning.
Yep.
That's not good because of your probably not any firefighters. Nope.
Gotta get people going there.
Yeah, because of the truck that's driving over the yeah.
You've got 2 fire trucks in there, just no one working.
Yeah, and it's one of the big ones, expensive ones.
You've got people to just hire in. Yeah, you got 1 worker. Is that enough to keep the fire from burning out?
No.
How was there a fire in an empty building?
Now it's not empty anymore, now it's fucking demolition. And I was losing 2 trucks, so I forgot to call them home. Oh, damn. So now we are 3 again, so it's probably just YouTube that's fucking around. Me and you and one more. All the one that's not counting in yet.
Well, you're in March now, so heating shouldn't be a problem. They should be able to start moving in.
Yeah. But the heat should not be the problem anymore. It's up on 90 and that one is up on 92, so
Yeah.
it should be okay.
For now. So now you just need to open up all the buildings to let people in, so they can fill up within this year.
Yeah, but I
Before
don't have that. I don't have that many now, because of it has tried to move them in. Before, so I was losing all my all the citizens I normally have in plus to open new buildings with was gone because of they was just moving down into free flats and then they were leaving because of the flat was not heated.
Yeah.
I just think I will start with this to begin with here, and then I will open some of the other ones up later. Because of I need some workers to move into the other buildings too, probably. Yeah, it starts to get a little bit empty up there. This one we have emptied ourselves, and I'll probably empty one over there too. But again, it's starting to get, because of they are moving in them in certain so maybe it's the northern building that's always will get the first if it's empty up in north, that building that's maybe it's up in the left corner will get the citizens first, and then it will work out in certain amount of away.
I thought that they would go on a distance basis.
Nah, yeah.
So wherever they're currently living, they'd move to the closest available
That's
flat.
that's a possibility too, actually. And they're doing it that way.
That's the way I'd imagine it works, but I have no idea.
Because of I know when I'm open two buildings up at the same time, one of them is always stopped to get citizens.
Yes.
And then they will move in one of the buildings, not both of them at the same time.
But I've literally finished both of my new 180 people flats. I finished both of them at about the same time. One of them started getting people, the other one didn't, which is fine. I'm still very early into my game, so. And yeah, I couldn't understand why they weren't moving to the other one.
No, it just that, but then when the other one is filled. But
yeah.
Or if you're removing that fucking allowance to move in that building, of course, then you will start moving in the other one.
I don't do that, especially not in the early game. I remove the get citizens. That's the first thing I get rid of.
Yeah, I forgot that sometime, but yeah.
Automatically selected.
Yep.
That should not be automatically selected. That should be automatically turned off, and then you can turn it on if you want to.
One thing I like they have changed now, it's actually all the free buildings, buildings coming with mod road on now.
Yes.
So if you are connected to a asphalt road,
it doesn't matter. It's still a mud road. Yeah.
Some of the other buildings should still do that. It would actually be nice if all buildings was doing that, so you can upgrade it as you want. Specifically, walking paths. That would be nice.
I generally go with the gravel road anyway. For anything off a main road, the only road I use asphalt for the city and the main roads. I usually do dual carriageways, but I haven't this game.
Yeah, but as I'm building, sometimes it's just easier to get the building built before you're actually putting asphalt on the walking path or upgraded it. Because I need the building now, and I do not really need the walking path. I just need the building. And then it's annoying when you actually need to build the walking path before. Not because of it taking a long time, but in the beginning, come on, build it, get the workers over there, do it, come on. 3 years later.
It took me 4 years to get to a point where I could invite people into my city.
Okay.
Because I chose to design everything first, which was a mistake.
Why did you not hold it on break when you was doing that, when you was only designing and not let the time go?
Oh, I paused it. I paused it while I was designing it.
Okay.
And then I hit play, but I only had the initial 7 construction, the free construction things.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I've only got 28 vehicles,
Yeah.
and they're trying to build every road, every footpath, every building, every electricity connection,
Yeah, but
pipe network.
then
There's a lot.
then you need to take auto choose off, and then you need to choose for them, and then
Yeah,
set it up what you actually want to be built before. Yeah.
I was even trying to do that.
Have
They
you?
wouldn't go where you wanted them to go. Even the higher priority thing does nothing at all.
Okay. That's
It really doesn't.
that's actually working pretty decent for my the higher priority thing.
I haven't noticed any difference whatsoever because I'd set something to be a high priority, and I'd set one thing to be a high priority, and everything else could carry on as normal.
Yeah,
So
but
I
that
want
it's
it
because
done first.
it must be because of you're missing something they don't get delivered over there. So if you don't have everything they need, they will start building on some of the other stuff. But if you have all the thing you actually need and can be delivered over to that high priority, they will build that before everything else.
It was a gravel footpath, which means all it needs is
Workers and
doesn't
some
even
kind
need
of
workers. Didn't even need workers because it could have mechanics on there. It could have the machines on there.
yeah, but sometimes you actually need a worker
Just needed
before it's actually working anyway. I don't know why, because of it has been working that way with the machine alone before, but sometimes it's not working with the machine alone anymore. And you actually need workers out there. It is a little bit ridiculous with that.
I haven't noticed that. So
Yeah,
I've noticed that a longer piece now requires workers where it used to just be able to be done with a machine.
I have the paver stand out there, and it would not drive before there actually was a worker out there now.
Really?
On the road, on the walking paths, everything they actually need to have a work on it. The excavator will actually work alone, but that fucking rolling
So,
thing.
so will the bulldozer will work alone. The
I,
roller will work alone.
no, not the
I've
roller.
seen all of them work alone.
Yeah, I've seen that too, but sometimes it's actually require a worker. I don't know why, but sometimes it's just that going when the worker is actually arriving out there. The bus is coming out with one worker, and then okay, then we will do it.
Oh right. I haven't noticed that, but you could be right.
Yeah, I
But
have
yeah,
noticed that many times
what,
because of why the
4 years.
fuck are you not doing as you normally doing? Just keep going, drive, motherfucker, build. I've just not said that, but I just think that go for fuck's sake, man. Why are you not doing it? And then the bus arrive. Okay, and then they start rolling.
Mm,
Okay. Yeah, but
yeah.
you was not doing that right before, but now you did.
Yeah.
Okay, it's
No,
not making sense, but okay.
I always try and separate my construction vehicles, especially in the beginning. I'll have one construction site that's just got dumpers, one construction site that's just got cement mixers, one that's got like the machines, so a couple of bulldozers and a couple of excavators, and then I'll have another
Yeah.
one that's got the pavers and the roller.
Yeah, but the problem with that is it's actually better to combine it with the vehicle that need to be transported need to be combined with the open truck
Yeah,
vehicles.
I don't transport in the beginning.
Yeah, okay.
I don't use the transport function in the bit until I've got a building that holds 24 vehicles. I
But
don't bother.
I have one here. You would really
And
like that if you were using if you were using the mod, you would really like this one. Large construction machinery base. This is
30.
this is the one I'm using normally. That one with the fuel connection on I was talking about yesterday.
Mm,
But I have that one next to it. It only requires 130 work days to be built, and it has the same size. It can have the same amount of vehicle. It can have only 39 tons of fuel, but it has no fuel connection, and it only requires a little bit of workers. And then you have a station with 32 in one.
right.
That one I'm like to build. That's one of my first buildings, so I actually
That's
get
like
it.
free, basically, isn't it?
Yeah, it's two of the 16 ones anyway. That's 1 and 24 now. They have
So
upgraded that a little bit. And I have never seen any problem with this this building here.
that bottom one, the 24, is the one I normally go for. especially in the beginning, because you've got 7 of the free ones, which is 28 vehicles. That holds 24, so I can almost move all of my construction vehicles into one building, and then
Yeah.
I get all the free ones back to put wherever I want.
I'm normally doing it this way. I'm buying 3 of everything, and then I buy 5 open hold vehicles, and I buy 5 cranes, because of when you're playing realistic, it's not willing to play with the city cranes. You need to transport them up for the border and transport them down, and they're not to repair, and it sucks to repair them.
Yeah, well, this is why I didn't actually. I was going to put my construction site next to the repair, but I didn't. I put it just a little bit away. But again, I've given the repair site 2 vehicles so they can go and repair.
Yeah, they're doing it pretty.
So they've been going and repairing at the stations.
They are doing a really recent job. It's working pretty decent, that repair thing.
That is working good. I think the trash is working all right. To be fair, considering it's pretty new, that is working pretty good.
Yeah, I have a little problem when you actually, now I'm starting to get, now this one is of course will not work, but this one has clean. Oh yeah, I have no workers out there. That's the reason why none of it will work right now, of course.
Yeah.
And we are still coming up. That's definitely not good. I should probably not be that fucking cheap and.
Well, you've got 355 million. Just fill them all up.
Yeah, but try to look at the price for fucking 10 normally Soviet citizens.
That's fine. That's fine. Spend 55 million.
It's fine. It's costing me over 500,000
for
buying
million. 10. Go for it. Go for it.
For fuck's sake, I can use all my money just to make citizens down to this city.
At least fill the 6. Is that 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, the 6 on the left-hand side, the tall buildings. Fill those 6. That way you should have enough people to actually run your city. And they'll start breeding and you'll get more people quicker.
It is actually fun when you're buying citizens. There is a difference in the sound all after what you're buying. The third world, from the third world, it's saying one sound. It's a, it sounds like you are using you're dragging money out of money, not coins, but paper money out of your wallet a little bit. But try listen. And then when you're buying normally citizens workers, it sounds like coins. You're putting coins on a table. And then when you're buying the expert, it sounds a little bit different.
Never noticed that before.
It is when you're buying the expert, it's a little bit like a little bit lower tone than when you're buying normally citizens.
Well, I mean, I don't think you'd need to be buying the educated ones.
No, it's not necessary. Just and if you want to have the difference between them, it's actually when you buy for the third world, they need to go through the whole fucking education system.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think they have changed a little bit with the Soviet bloc now, so they don't really need that much education anymore, as they did before.
But like you've just seen there, you do get some fully educated workers anyway. It's like, there, you got 15. Yeah, you got them there at the end.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that one actually did.
You get, it's a bit random.
Yeah.
But you get a few. Like, I think it's like you've got a possibility of getting between 0 and 2 in every click.
Yeah.
So you might get none, you might get 2, you might get 1, but there's a chance for it.
But the problem with this, when coming that many citizens in at the same time, the warehouse and that kind of stuff cannot really work it, and a lot of them would maybe leave again because of that's none that's actually working in not enough that's normally working in the stores.
They get in there. They're fine there.
Yeah. This time, but if you're buying too many of the third world citizens, that can be a problem.
Yeah. I try and keep my workers, at least in one city, I try and keep them to 50. So once those 50 have gone through the education system and it's down to like 20, I'll buy another 50.
Yeah,
And
because
I'll let them get through them. When it's down to about 20 again, I'll buy another 50. But
mm,
that spreads out your workforce as well, so they don't all die at the same time.
yeah, because of sometimes when you're getting problem, I do not always have money to buy Soviet Republic citizens because
No.
of I simply didn't have the money for it because of it is that expensive. So I actually need to buy from the third world. It should actually be pretty decent citizen because of it's country like ours. You're talking about third country like, so it's England, Denmark, Ukraine, and that kind of country. They actually see like third world countries. We are getting you're getting the citizen from.
Yeah.
So, but again, we still need to learn the language and go through the whole school produce thing before we actually before they are
Some,
ready to do
some of them do have like a 0.98 on their education, though, so they're very close. One
it.
day in school and then they're a worker.
But that's not a.
Others, they have no education whatsoever and they have to start from the beginning.
I don't know about you have realized that, but the highest professors thing you have to begin with, it's something like 2.1, 2.2,
Yeah, it's
and and
just over 2.
and everybody cannot be smarter than that dude that has the university education. He cannot come out from the university and be smarter than that dude. The only thing that can make them smarter it's actually television and radio station, where
Oh.
then you can raise it with that because of then you can actually raise this education strengths. Then they will get smarter learning from that, and then they will be smarter
Okay.
or else they will not be smarter than that 2.2, and then if you are not getting them smarter than that you will actually not be able to use the full potentials of a building. So as a kindergarten, if a kindergarten say it can have 250 kids in it, but your citizens only have the max education of 2.1, it will never get up on 250.
Yeah.
So it's actually require you have built that radio or television station so you actually can raise them in that level. And the same thing with the stores. If it say the store says it can have 250 people that's buying stuff, they can only have that if they are getting smarter.
Yeah.
Uh, so again, radio station or television is fucking important.
Yeah. But you need a lot of people to run it.
Yeah, but it is again possible to find a smaller one if you want to download
Yeah.
one.
I'm not doing mods.
No, but again, it is possible to find a smaller one. What is the clock
Yeah.
actually? Uh,
Not 6:30 for you.
yeah, it seems like it's a little bit over. It seems like it's 1.5 hours since I should have been down with my dog. Is it? I think it's a six half on the way to half seven. Yep, half an hour over 6 for me. I am in an hour in front of you. Yep, it is
Yep.
fucking 2 minutes over on the way to 7. 20 minutes to 7. Oops. I should have been down with my dog for 1.5 hours ago. Oops. Oops.
If you need to go.
Yeah, but he has not complained about it. It will only take a couple of minutes. He just needs to go down and pee and and then we can go up again. I have my own little garden.
Mm.
So that's a good thing. But I cannot have okay. Whoa, my glasses were getting rid of when I was taking my headset off. My glasses was just going with it, and lucky enough, it was not going down. It was just keeping in my headset. Can you hear me? Or can
Yeah,
I? Yeah.
yeah.
It was
I
just a
can hear
question
you.
about I actually could hear you because of some of the thing on my headset was actually turning around.
I
Uh,
went very quiet for a minute.
I will probably lose you when I'm going down off my stairs, but I will be back in 1 minute or something like that. 2 minutes.
No worries. No worries. I'll wait.
But I'm normally losing the signal now.
I can still hear you. Maybe I can't. And you're back.
Then I'm nearly back again. Then you should be able to listen to it. I can hear you again too.
Right. You've had an electricity problem,
Okay.
and you had a fire, but it got extinguished. So,
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. but you had an electricity problem pop up. It was a blue notification. Hmm. You've gone very quiet.
I'm actually trying. I'm just talking and talking. Yeah, it was going. It was going on mute my microphone. So I don't know.
thought I'd give it a few minutes before I said anything, but
Yeah, I don't know how.
You were just busy.
I don't know how much I didn't say, but I was looking on the electric thing and I was trying to figure out the problem with it. But it seems like the problem is up here, and we are using too much power around here. It's going out here, so I actually probably need to add. Oh, I have actually forgot to. And maybe it's because of this building actually, so trying to make attention to this building, that's actually something wrong with this building, even if we are not really missing the power up here. No, I know what it is. It's that motherfucker there. That's the last thing we actually has built.
Yeah.
That power plant, and that was not power enough to actually run that. and we built one more over here somewhere, but that has maybe power enough to run.
You built like 5 or 6 of them, didn't you?
No, I only built 2 more in this city here. I actually
2 more
did.
in this city, but
No, yo, it's right there, the second one. But yeah, but it's only the power in this area here that's the problem for that one anyway. But yeah, I need some food over to the restaurant. I was actually trying to get that restaurant up and running to actually get the citizens over there to be a little bit more happy. He was so fucking unhappy over here. It's a problem to get them over 50 in happiness. Maybe because of they're living too close to this, but I cannot think that should be the problem. It must be because of they're living too long away from some of the other stuff.
I mean they've got no warnings, so
Yeah, but still, it will not go really. It's just around 50 for this, and the alcoholic it's pretty decent. 78% of alcoholic in it. So they are only
not
two.
bad.
They're only 2% from actually being what I want them to. What I want them to be.
I want you all to drink.
Yeah, I want the fucking achievement. Come on, guys, drink for fuck's sake.
Turn to Britain, come on.
What? I don't know about we actually have more free.
I do wish that those electrical boxes, the distributors, you could pass electricity through them.
Yeah, that one with the 3 connections on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was testing that to begin with. I actually like they have put 3 on because of now you actually have the possibility to set another system up and connect it to that one too before you actually removing the other one.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why I really like this mod here. That one, I really like that one. Can you see that one?
That one with the two large and
2
6
large,
little.
yep.
Yeah.
Because of then you can connect a new big one to it before you're disconnecting the other one. Because of when you're playing realistic, you cannot be without power in that fucking time it's actually taking to.
The way that I generally set up my electric is I go like from the border, I'll go into a junction for the large wire. Well, normally just a 3-way junction, and then one of those is a pass through, so it continues on the heavy cable.
Yeah,
and
so
the other one goes to a transformer, which can then split it out into my initial setup.
I'm normally using the 6 ones now to connect it in, and I have tried to actually use the red one, but I don't really like the red one because of it's a one-way system.
I set one of those up next to the power plant, so you can get the entire amount of power into it.
Yeah, I like it when you have more power plants you actually want to, I like it when it's coming in, but I don't like it when it needs to be turned around and you actually need to export power again. If you want to use the same connection you are importing from.
You can only export according to the wire anyway. So the maximum wire is only 80. So that's the maximum you can export on any given station.
Yeah, but it's not really working that way anyway. It seems like we actually can export a lot more than 18 anyway.
Can you?
Yeah,
It
it's.
doesn't let you set that at the border, does it? It only lets you set to a maximum of 100% of 18. So
yeah, 100% of something, but it's not 18.
I'm sure it's 18 megawatts.
Yeah, it should be 18, but
import 100% of 18 megawatts as well.
Yeah, but it's going over 21 or something like that. Up to 21, and then it starts breaking down. So again, it can actually take a little bit more than 18, that's for sure. But again, I actually think that because of when you are seeing how much the power plant is actually producing, and
well, this is what I could never get my head around what was going on, because the power plant, I think, says it makes 1,000 and something megawatts.
yeah,
But is that an hour? Is that a day? Is that a week?
Exactly that I have actually told
Okay.
myself a couple of times too. And this one
Okay.
is actually making 5600
Yeah.
megawatts. I think it's 1800 or something like it's doing. Is it not 8, 16, 24?
Well,
No.
that's 5,600 per hour, megawatt hour.
No, that's production per day. Maximum
That-
production per
eh,
workday is 5600 megawatts of power. So that
Megawatt hour.
no, not an
Yeah.
hour. It's
MWH is per hour.
no,
Megawatt hours.
that's per day or two. That's maximum of production per workday.
Well, this is why I could never get my head around it. It
Yeah,
doesn't make sense.
no, it's not. I have been confused about it too a couple of times too. Of course, this one is making 4 times more than the other one's doing
Mm.
because of it's 4 times bigger, and than the other colder plant is. They have scaled it up to 4 times bigger. It's 1400, and 1400 4 times will probably be 5600,
5,600, yeah.
and it's around the same amount as 4 of them anyway. That can fit 4 of them in there, so it's more or less the
Yeah.
same. It's just one they have fit into 4. I like that a little bit more than that small one.
But I generally just go with the oil.
Yeah, but
Just
that's a
jump straight to the oil. Oil costs virtually nothing to get out of the ground, and it's only 8.8 tons of oil
yeah,
at,
but
at maximum production, which is nothing compared to the coal.
yep, it is cheaper to get up. That no doubt about that. It is a lot easier too. But
You just need the tech to
yeah,
do it.
there's a little bit of research now, and then yeah, you are going with the power.
I mean, I wouldn't mind going into like the renewable energy if there was some way of storing it, but there
Yeah.
isn't.
No, I actually hate the windmills. The windmills actually have a fucking bug because of they're fucking up with the rest of your power system. I have tried a couple of times. What if when I'm connected to my power system, it's just fucking up. It is a
But
little bit better
think
now.
I think they're mainly meant to be used as away from the rest of your electrical grid, so you don't have to run wires out there, but you run them into a distributor, and you can connect 3 into 1.
I'm normally doing it the other
I
way around.
think that's the way it's meant to be used.
So when it is, I'm connecting 6 windmills to that one, and then I'm running a big cable out to the system.
Ah, yeah, I don't use it that way. I use the windmills literally just to plug into a distributor. Even though they distribute on their own, I use them to plug into a distributor, so then I can get 3 windmills to plug into one distributor, and that distributor can then power more things.
And so you can just place it next to something, and then it will have the same thing as a substation, the same
Yes,
amount of reach.
it's just one.
Yeah.
Whereas if you plug all 3 into one distributor, that distributor thing can then do 3 times the amount. And you can have your windmills on top of a hill, which will give them more power anyway.
Yeah, because this one can maximum production per workday is 35 megawatts of power.
Yeah, which means you
That's
can.
around 2 times what you actually can send out of that cable. Uh, and this cable can only take 18.
You've got to
18 and
divide
18 will
it
be
by
36
You've got to divide it by 8. Remember,
by 8. Well, why should I do?
one work day is 8 hours, so getting it down into a megawatt hour.
No, I don't think so.
That's the way maths works, but it
Yeah.
might not be the way the game works. This is why I could never get my head around the whole electricity system.
Oh
Because
yeah,
it doesn't
maybe
make
per
any sense.
workday. Yeah, maybe per workday. That could be. It could be 8 hours, and it could be
Because
all 24 hours. I would see it like 24 hours.
so 24 hours, it would be 3 work days. So you'd actually get 105 per day, but you've got 24 hours in a day, and every hour might be a tick. And if one tick of the game is 1 hour. Like up at the date where it's got like 14th of May right now, you've got that little line underneath. Each one of those is an hour. Oh, no. I'll share my screen again. Oh, there we go. So this bit up here, you've got these little black dots.
Oh, I cannot see it right now. I will just look at it for a moment here. Yep, I'm looking at it again.
So you've got these little black dots. Each one of those is 1 hour.
Yeah.
Yep. So if each one of those is 1 tick, that would make a lot of sense. But that means you have to calculate your power down to the hour. But it doesn't do that automatically. The game will do it automatically behind the scenes, but if you want to work out how much power you need at a certain substation, you then have to work it out yourself.
See, down here now it's the other fucking train station that's choosing to fuck up.
Yeah.
And that's actually standing like we was talking about yesterday. No one over here, but this train has a free station over there, so that train's trying to go over to that station over there. That's free, but the other trains try to go out, and none of them is actually getting, and they don't can see, and then it's going over to actually hit each other.
Yeah,
Don't turn around, boom.
Oh, and then they're gonna bump into each other again.
Yeah, and I can fix it. I think this one can be stopped, and then it actually will be able for the other one to pass it. But again. Will it not? No, it
No.
will not allow it. Oh god damn.
Send that top one back to the station.
Yeah, but I cannot do that. It's a distribution chain train, so it's not possible to send it back. It can only be returned home.
You can do a turn around. You've got the
yeah, but
arrow here.
But you know, an A to B train, you can actually push on this and just turn it around and send it to the station. I cannot do that with the distribution train. It will fuck up if I'm doing that, and then you can just send it home. That will just be easier.
Empty, so just send him home.
Yeah, of course. But that you cannot do with an A to B train. Yeah, so because of the free station out there, and then this allowed them to go into the free station even when the other one is going out, and it's only happened when you're not looking. Because of when you're looking, now it's not doing it. Now that train up there was stopping, as it's supposed to do, and it was not going out. It's only.
I think that's got something to do with the fact that it's 3 stations going in, dropping down to 2 lines, and then going out to 6. I think it's got something to do with that. If you separate each one of those stations at the border into just 2 lines, 1 in, 1 out.
And then I need to do as I did before, back at the time, where I did a whole nother system. I was doing it a little bit like, I don't want to do it in that direction there, that's fucked up. So let us say this is actually the train station here, right?
Yeah.
This is the train station, it's going in on that one. So then we need to drag it out here, and then this one will be, and then this one will be connected to that one. Then we need to, nope, it should actually, yeah, it should actually be that way, yo, it should. Should it not?
If you don't join these up, and you have this line here connect to those 2, and then the middle line will connect to the next 2, and then the third line will connect to the last 2.
Yeah, the problem is if you are just connecting one on one, you will only have 1 station to go in instead of 3 stations.
Yes.
And that
it will stop them from doing what they're doing.
Yeah, but the other way it should actually be working, and it has always been working.
It should, but it isn't.
Yeah, but it has always been working. That's the problem with it.
Yeah.
And then they made some weird stuff, and then it was not working. And a way that always had been working for me is what I'm trying to show you now here. I just need a little bit more space. I think I need something like this. Let me see. That should actually be okay. That one should probably be alone as I remember it. So that one should go into that one. And this one should go into that one a little bit before. This one should go into that one. That one will go into that one around the same place. And this one should go to that one, and then it will... Yeah, it is possible actually to hit at the same place. It's more or less connecting at the same...
I think we just need to pull it back a little bit further.
Yeah, I need to. Okay, it's maybe not possible, but fuck that. Sometimes it will not allow it, depending on how the connection is, but it's not so important. But this way, then we will just make the connection for that one. So now we have 3 separate lanes that's going into each one of them. Then I need to do it this way. Then there need to be cross.
Well, there needs to be enough space first.
Yeah. There.
Or why do they need to cross?
Because of then they need to cross here. Here. And this you need to do 5 times. Then you need to do it again 3 times over here. And then you... Yeah, I forgot one here. I was fucking up or whatever it was doing. Okay, that's always one of them that's actually don't want to do it and need to be a little bit longer than the other one, and then you need to change the other one. So again, that's annoying actually, because of some of them will always make problems on the way there.
Yeah, I don't think you need to do that though.
This will work, and it has been working a lot of hours for me, this system here. The reason why you need to have 5 is because of then you can actually cross over. From this track can actually cross over to that track and back again.
Yeah, I mean, why would it need to?
So it actually can use the last station. And you can still use all 3 stations. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because of the amount of train that's coming in, so I need 3 offload stations. Because of the offloading that slow, so they will make a really long line if it's not possible. So now you can see, now it will be possible for that train to cross over there, to cross over there, to cross over there, to cross over there, to cross over on the last line and go in on the last station. So if it can do that, it can go into all other station and it can go back again to the track it needs to go on. This is the way I'm normally doing it, and I've done that for many games back, and it has been working really good. Then I was just thinking, yeah, but that's not really necessary. You can just do it a little bit more simple and do it this way. And it should actually do the same thing, and it has actually been doing the same thing for the last many hours gameplay in this game, and it has not been a problem. But this one has always been working.
I don't know why you need every train to be able to go to every station at the border.
Because of it will, if only one track here will be able to go into that, then you would only have 1 station to offload on.
Yeah.
And you should remember the other one here. It's my fuel and garbage line, and it's only this one over here that's the everything else, and it's most everything else that's going into that one, and that one is the passenger line. This is the fuel and garbage line. They are not. That's only coming 1 train for that to deliver stuff up there. No, and that's not even, that's going actually on the everything else line. Because of that would fertilizer, I'm not sure, but I think fertilizer actually getting transported on everything else when I'm setting it. I'm not sure. No, it's a...
So how many borders, how many train borders do you have on this map?
Not many. That's 2 around here. That's the 2 I actually can use, and the other one is a very long way.
Right.
And yeah, they're not really good to use. So that's 1 over here, a Soviet one, only 1, with 1 track in.
Yeah.
And I have more or less blocked that, so that's really not a possibility to use it the way I've built right now. But I can show you a game what actually is working if I can find it.
Yeah, I don't know why you need every train to go to every station at the border. Because of the amount of train that's coming in, so I need 3 offload stations to be able to go to every station at the border.
Uh, We will just take that one. And then, of course, it will fuck up. Of course, no doubt about that. As soon as I've loaded that game, the train will just blow up or something like that. I can see about I can find my super map I've built myself, and that I only have this save game because I've built it on that one too. And now you should not be scared, but I have a couple of save games. I have 58 sites of save games. Start again. Start again. I think it could be one of them. Let's see, which map is this? Nope, that's still the new map. So I'm not even close to be long enough back to that. Am I still on the right side, or yeah, I'm still on the right side. You are so silent.
Oh, wait, see this map, man?
It can go both ways. Is that it? It could be. I actually think it's one of the other maps, but I actually think this train station was actually built up that way. That one map we actually just was on, but this is, yeah, that's one of them. That was actually the one I was talking about with the power problem. I think that's one of the map I built myself. Boom, 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 boom.
Let's have a look at this.
Oh, that's actually a different. That's a little bit different because if I place 3 borders next to each other, but
Right.
I'm still have this system here, with this one. Well, it's coming in. Now to see the signals here.
Dropping down to 3 lines and then being separated after that.
Yeah, so I actually have some more borders to choose between because of the borders was working so slow. I was getting crazy about it. I could not send enough trains in and out, and they would not be offloading. And then the train coming in here now, of course, not a train doesn't need to turn. It's just taking. It just needs one of them. But else it would be possible for it actually to turn over. This one was turning over to another line and going into that station. So more of them actually would be possible to offload. And then this one is doing more like it is at what was turning out and going over, and this everything else line again. Here we actually have one of my first fucking metro stations. It was probably the first time I was building a metro station. And then it's going around, so you can see I got a lot more station than. And then it actually needs to be some kind of go in both directions and try to hit a workstation, try to hit a. That's still a workstation, 2 workstation, and this should actually be, that's a workstation too, but again, I would try to have a, hit a city, hit the workplace, go back to a city, hit the workplace again, and then back to a city. But
yeah.
Again, that would be the best thing. But again, of course, that's coming a couple of workspaces after each other. But it's just annoying actually. But this was actually a pretty decent map. If you want to connect to the other side of the map here, you need to dig a hole yourself. Probably over here. I have not dig it, so you actually could use. That was a fucking nice map I have built there.
Nice and flat.
Yeah, I was trying to actually that a little volcano over here. On this area over here, I was not only that it's a mountain reach, but yeah, it's nice flat one, the place we actually need to build. But I have made problem for myself here with that building that. Try to build a good mountain.
mountain range.
A little bit more realistic mountain borderline or whatever. So it would be it's a nasty thing to actually try to dig through this mountain here and open this one up. It's really not. It is not nice. It's taking time. Let's just say that.
Tunnels.
But I was losing this map because of I was actually when I was getting I was reinstall Windows, so I was losing the map. So I only got a few of my save games back from this map. So that's the only thing. I cannot start a new game on this map anymore because it's the only place it actually exists now in this line of save games. Maybe another one too. So that's a little bit.
I quite like that. I quite like that, man. To be fair.
Yeah, I like that. I liked it a lot too, actually. And then I have my harbor over here, where I actually was from. That was before. No, it was actually maybe just around where they actually got that import and export with the line. Actually, that was just around where that was coming into the game. And then I've actually built my first. That's my first garbage. That was the first time I was building garbage, setting my garbage central up. And then I was moving it over here later on. In one of the save game, I was moving over here and it was just making a lot of fucking problems for me. And this shit oil heating plant has making that much problem for me, and you will not believe how many problems I got with that shit. I need to build one more, and it was still not. No, this city down here while I was building the dry dock. Oh, I have been really pissed on that city, that's for sure. But of course, a lot of the problem has been my own. I actually think I got a foster care. That was the foster care I was talking about. Actually, getting the food directly delivered from this directly into it, so we not need to deliver.
Yeah.
And it's actually working fine right now. In this game, it's actually working fine. And this is another nice thing. When your car factory is close enough to the water, you can use this. You can use ship. But the problem is, you can actually really easily go bankrupt on using the ships because of you're not getting enough income. You're not setting enough. The same thing with the oil ships over here. That's actually a big chance for running out of money when you're using them. Because and then that's coming ships in with to deliver oil up here. Just for that, because of even if I have this big oil field, I do not have enough oil to have my. I have 4 oil plants running around there. That was really before pollution have anything to say. It was just around before the pollution was coming in the pictures. There was so yeah.
Pollution killed, yeah.
Yeah, it would start to kill if we were running the city. It would probably start killing them. I don't even.
Start to kill them.
I'm not sure about it. This on this one. Research, realistic mode is disabled, traffic.
Pollution's enabled though.
Okay, so it's still enabled. Okay, but it was actually so. I don't know about I have enabled it when I've been in on the save game or whatever. And this was a little storage for all. So the ships actually got a little bit of a when they should be loaded. There was something ready when it was coming to load. And then I have my distribution center down here with trains. That's not look like to be that this one with the train that's actually loading each of the system here. Oil, they are delivering oil from the border, and then they can load fuel and that thing, that fucking black stuff.
Bitumen.
Yeah, it can be loaded and then delivered around the map from there. And I think I built on this one I built the nuclear power plant out here. It is actually, yeah, and then I was trying a little IKEA out there, and was getting into, I don't like that building a lot, and have not really building after that. And I think, nope, I didn't build that yet, but later on, in some of my save game, that will be a big tourist city out here, too, but it's not built yet.
Right.
And then up here there will be that would have actually have been iron. That's iron up in this mountain up here, and that's some coal around here. I was actually starting to set up the coal thing here in this safe game here, so that was the possibility to set up the cold, and then I have
I mean,
all.
that's like 1,500 workers per shift for 3 mines.
Yeah, it's probably not necessary, but yeah, I'm normally using around 3 mines, but yeah, just to be sure if I have enough.
As long as I can make some, because it's for steel. So as long as I can make some, it means I don't buy it at the border anymore.
I like that
If
map
it
a lot.
means if it means I have to wait to get enough steel to do what I want to do with it, that's fine.
I really like that map.
It's a really nice map, man. Really nice.
Yeah, and I've used
I,
a
I
lot of.
like I like the way it's completely separated. You can't just go to the other side of the map. You've still got a connection to both borders. So you've got your west and your east border.
Yeah,
It's a really nice
and
map.
I don't know about you can see it, but I can do it a little bit bigger. This is the amount of coal that's on the map, where you can find the coal spots. And this is the iron spot. And then we have the oil spot. I've maybe put a little bit too much into it, but I would be sure if I got enough oil.
Well,
I didn't.
You've put a large amount of oil, but there's only 3 spots for it.
Yeah,
So I think it balances it out because it means if you build anywhere in the middle and you want oil in the middle, you have to transport it there.
yeah,
So
exactly.
I think that balances it out.
And this, and I have built,
Maybe having the center be the oil,
and I have
and
built,
then you have to
and I have built this totally filled up with pump jacks. This area down here, and
yeah.
still not, and I still not get enough oil to get to run for, yep, that thing that's making it.
Or refineries.
Yep, it's not enough. And then
I-
the uranium ores, that's only 2 places. You can get that on the whole map.
Yeah,
One on each side, depending on which we actually will choose to start build. And then this aluminium thing, it's only one
it's
spot
just on
over,
the bit of the hill.
yeah, and it's on the other side of where I'm actually is, so I need to work to get over to that part of it
Yeah,
if I want to build it. But that,
but I don't know why you'd need aluminium at the moment, other than repairing vehicles, which
uh,
none of the vehicles seem to have.
to begin with, no, it's only to planes and choppers and that kind of stuff.
Right, there you go. That's why I haven't noticed any being used.
I like that map a lot.
That
And
is,
I do not have a fucking low safe game that's a little bit closer to the beginning. It's all of them. It's actually where this is more or less built. All of this,
mm,
and this was a totally another map. That's the map from the game. That's the first map from the game. Because of it was not really possible to get that many foster home. That was for one of the first time I was probably actually seeing there was a problem with that fucking foster home. So I was actually typing that Copenhagen in just to be sure of
mm.
why I was sure of why I should go back to actually remove the shit again. That's still that first map. So I don't really have a map where it actually is it's very clean because of it was in the beginning it was not easy to save it up to the cloud, so you actually
Right,
could keep all of your save games. It was a little bit fucked in the beginning, so not all my save was not going to the cloud.
that's unfortunate.
Yep.
That was a very nice map.
Yeah, and it's sadly not exist anymore. And I tried to put it out on the to put it out, but it's fucking it's ridiculous weird to put a map out on so everybody can use it. You should,
On Steam.
yep, you should do a lot of weird stuff to actually get allowed to put it out on what it was called, that Citizen something. It was just a lot easier to release a map you have built on that one. And just one button, and then you have released a whole new map.
Because I know you can upload maps to Steam now, can't you?
Yeah, you can, but it's just a nightmare to do it. You need to go in and do a lot of jumping and hoops to get it to allow to get it out there.
Right.
As you, what is it? What is it? What was it called? It was called. I have it up here somewhere. City Skylines. It was
Yeah.
just pushing on one button, and then you have released it out on Steam.
Yeah.
It was so nicely easy how to do that, and I was first realized it after I had said it used a lot of hours on building it, building that map. How the fuck do I put it out? It's nearly impossible. And then I was trying to see some videos about it, and then I was seriously not getting. And the most of it is it's standing in text, so you need to read it, and it's most of it it's on English. And if I try to translate it, it translates to something that's not really giving any sense. So something would you need to go in and replace some files and a weird stuff of amount of stuff you need to do and move them over to something else in another folder and then you should do something and yeah and then I was lost. Nope, just set it up so it fucking is one button I need to push and then it's released. I've seen that been done before, so do that please.
I thought that would have been the way it worked on Steam because I play a few games and the ones that I play and I've actually done some stuff like Space Engineers, you build things. I've uploaded a few of them and it is just one click. That's
Yeah.
the way I thought everything worked with Steam. It's just one click.
No, not always. I can I can say that maybe it's because of the 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 condition the game is in right now, and maybe later it will actually be fixed.
It wasn't in 1.0, was it?
It's
Back then?
it is some time back. I made that map.
Yeah, it is in 1.0 now, so maybe it does work like that now. Because there's 77 pages of maps on there. If it was still that difficult now, I doubt there'd be that many.
No, I think it's pretty easy when you first know which folder it is you need to go in and replace that stuff in. But when you are not sure about how to do it, nah, I don't want to go in and fuck it up. And what if I fuck it up and do it wrong? Is I'm doing something wrong there, and that's my fucking problem, I think. And then I was just no, I don't want to do that. And then it's too complicated to me to get it. And then I've just okay, I tried it, but I was not getting it.
Fair enough.
It is something around. I don't think they have changed the way you're actually doing it now. Sadly enough, I think it's exactly the same you need to do still. I'm 99% sure of that actually. It's still that way. Let us. We can take a look at it. I don't know about I have a ready map to put out yet, or I've lost them. Again, when I buy the new machine there, I don't remember about I actually get them over or whatever. I actually think I saved the last map I was working on, but that's totally flat map. I didn't. I have not put. I have not put all the mountain in. I tried to make it a little bit like the other one, but it was not
I
yet.
like the fact that there's a mountain that stops you.
Yeah,
So
but
you either have to dig through the mountain or you build a tunnel,
yeah.
and that's it. Those are your options, and you don't want to be sat there for an hour digging through the mountain. So build a tunnel.
Yeah, I got that one I have called Flatlands. I have not put mountain into that one yet, but it is actually ready to move, to play. But you can see I've done a little bit like this. The other one, I tried to copy it a little bit like the other one, but again, I have not put the mountain in yet. It was actually my plan to put a mountain in, and if we're talking about the oil, it's a little bit more centered in this one.
Yeah. Well, I think having it near the middle is ideal because it means you have to work from the border to get to the middle, and then you take it from the middle and you can move it wherever.
And then I was making a little bit more aluminium around the map, and it will only be able to get. I would actually have a mountain going in that uranium ore there, the whole
Yeah,
way
yeah.
over there. It was more or less there where I would place, and then I was just choosing to actually see, and then I was starting a city to see how it will work, and I was actually giving myself this to begin with over. That was not in the right direction. That was actually the wrong direction. It was over here. I was actually building this part of the railroad before already to begin with, so you don't need to actually build this.
Right.
That's actually the same system as before, just out to 2 instead of 3 station. So all of my borders would have 2 stations next to each other, because of then I have one I could load from and one I can offload to, or whatever how I would choose to do it. And then I have already built this the first part of the railroad
Right.
with this all this crossing and that kind of stuff. It was actually my plan actually to connect it to that one too, so all of them was connected to the right tracks on this thing here, and not building any longer, and then let it be with that. And then there was only be stone in this area here. That should probably have been a little bit of a mountain or something like that. That was just because to indicate I want the mountains, I want some stone in this area, and not really a lot of other places.
I mean, I think it'd be good in this game you could dig down and not find water. So you could actually put like your gravel in a quarry.
Yeah, but the water, you're just
The
that.
water just appears when you get so low, yeah.
Yeah, that's always water for that. That's not been placed. Small water will always be possible to place.
No, no, I don't mean that. I mean like if you just dug down now with like diggers,
Oh yeah,
it will find water. You'll just sink
yeah,
the
yeah,
ground.
yeah.
I wish you could dig down to make an actual quarry,
Oh
and
yeah, okay. So that's not
and
coming
then
water in it, yeah.
it's not covered in water. That's what I'd like to see, but obviously this game works where water is on a single plane, and any part of land that goes below that gets flooded,
Yeah, it's a little
and
bit.
that's it.
You can raise and sink the water level, and you
You
can
can,
and you
but
can raise.
you don't want to do that for the rest of the rivers, and that's the problem. You
Yeah,
just want a hole somewhere that.
because of then you will
Um,
have a really lower water. Yeah, so you can raise your land to a really high level, and then the water will still be down there. So you will be able to actually, like, you need to go down on a mountain to actually get down to the river and use it. So
mm,
yeah, so that way you would actually be able to make that quarry you're talking about, because then you will be able to dig a lot longer down before you actually reach the water.
yeah,
But then it will require you actually building as at the highest amount of possible. Like, you actually, the whole country is actually in 4,000 meters height or whatever, and then you need to go down to the water. It's down in zero level or something like that. So you would
yeah.
actually be able to build a four
But then
kilometers.
you can't have mountains, and that's swings and roundabouts. I,
Yeah.
I like having at least some topography, some sort of uh land level that isn't just flat.
See, that's not nothing that's really saying. Uh, it's something about that you actually need to get this one from the workshop. You need to get this in from the terrain editors. Then you need to get it up to. I think it's you need to get it up to your items up here,
Right.
and then you need to do something, and you need to go into a folder in your save games to find your save game in there and do something with it so it will be moved up to your items, and when it's up in your items you can do something with
Oh
it
man.
so you actually can release it or something like that. That's because that was the part where what the fuck, what do I do? And so I should go into that folder and find something in there and remove that and put that into, copy that and put it into another folder, and it was just it was totally confusing.
Yeah.
Instead of just that was a fuck. Yeah,
You've already lost me.
yeah, but
You've already lost me.
that's just what I remember about it now. It was something like that that you need to do. That was the build. That's the stuff where you're building buildings and that kind of stuff. I'm going into now. That was actually not what I want to. So yeah, it was just to remember a little bit more about it. So actually, we need to go into the save thing and find a folder in the yeah, in this load save terrain. I need to find a folder in there and find the flatland. Go in and find a file in there and then move that to. I think it was your item. It was not subscribed item because that's the item I'm already subscribing on. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if it was yeah,
your items.
yeah,
And
your items you have
search
produced.
button. There should be a search button in there that allows you to search for your items, and that'll take you to your folders where you can then select the folder. So if you hit the plus at the bottom,
Yeah, but item name unnamed. It's just like you will try to create something. That so you can see it's really lacking on description of what you are doing, how you are doing it, and what you are doing. You can get a little bit of information by other players that has figured it out, or already know it, that has the knowledge to do that kind of stuff.
yeah, I'd give up at this point.
Yeah, me too. I was using a couple of hours on it, and then okay, this I will never figure it out. And then I was trying to see about I could find a video about it, so I actually would know how I should do it with a video. But I was never finding a video. The only thing I was finding about it was text, and then I was just giving totally up about it.
Yeah, I'd definitely give up at that point.
And then I was just saying, okay, then it's just me that can play that fucking map, even if it's pretty good. Just tell me tell me make me a video of how I should release it, and then I would fucking make some great map I could I would put out there for everybody to use. I was actually making great maps on City Skylines too. I was actually making more. I was using more time on making maps than I was making on playing the game. I was actually not liking to play the game. But I was like to mess around with the water because there was that kind of water thing you could put into it and choose a certain amount of a height the water could level up to, and then make a river it could run in, and then you need to make sure it was deep enough so it not run over and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a nice system, that one. But I didn't really like the game.
I didn't mind City Skylines, but I never got into the minute detail that some players get into.
I was I was playing a little bit when he was building that thing you can place in a river so you actually get power off it. What is it? Power? Yeah.
A dam.
Dam. Yeah. I was playing a little bit there, and then when you're building a map, you could actually place a dam into it too, without playing. So you actually could see about it would work in a certain, about it would work there when you was doing that, and try to make the maps.
Right.
To be sure if it was working. So I was mostly actually placing the dams in there, and then I was just trying to play a little bit, a couple of hours here and there, and then yeah, okay, it seems to be working. And then release that a couple of maps.
Right. Well, I think it's time for me to go and cook something for dinner and.
I have already been there. I was eating already around 2:30 or something like that. Then I was eating some of that was back from yesterday.
Oh, I bet you enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was actually a little bit better than yesterday, so and not that stressful.
Always better when you don't have to cook it fresh.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good yesterday too, but it was definitely better today.
Well, I'll let you crack on then, bud. But
Okay.
again, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, of course.
And I'll catch you later.
Yep. I will probably, yeah, I don't know about. I will stop in a moment too and just relax a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know about my friend is coming back on today, so we maybe we'll play a little bit of tanks or something like that. Before he is going back to work in a week now. He needs to work the next 7 days. So he's working the next 3 days. So he has free Sunday, and then he is working 3 days again, and then he is free for whole week.
Mm.
It's the new pattern Westers want to run in now.
Yeah, I've noticed that's coming in. Oh, they're trying to get a 4-day week going over
Oh,
here.
the workers over here have chosen the 7 days. Also 3 days work, 1 day free, 3 days work, 7 days free.
All right. I mean,
Yeah,
that's a lot.
yeah, but
Yeah.
why not? If you everybody should be working.
As would be 4 days on, 3 off.
Think of with the money you're actually earning there,
Um,
you would actually be able to take a 7 days vacation or 5 days vacation every week. You could take to Spain every fucking week. It's taking 1 day to take to Spain, and then you could be there 5 days, and then you could take home again and start working again.
I don't think we could. It's far too expensive over here.
Yeah, but or somewhere
Rent
else.
rent in this country at the moment is utterly ridiculous.
I don't know how much you get paid over there, but you are getting paid a pretty decent amount on Westers, that's
Well,
for sure.
minimum wage is going up and up and up, but that just means that the price of everything goes up and up and up as well.
Yeah,
So it never change. We actually end up worse off every time they raise the minimum wage,
okay.
and no one seems to notice.
Mm.
And it's like, well, I used to be able to earn money and have holidays and do everything I ever wanted to do and pay all my bills and everything was fine, still have money left over. And now I could work full time and half of my money will go on rent.
Yeah, okay.
Half,
After
half your wages every year is just gone on rent because you can't buy a property because you don't have the money saved up to even put a deposit down.
Yeah, the most of
So
them will actually be borrowed in the bank, and then you will pay back over 30 years or something like that.
yeah,
To
yeah, but you can't get those. You can't get a mortgage because you don't have the deposit. You still need like
yeah,
1/5 of the money that you're going to borrow just to borrow that money. It's ridiculous. It's utterly ridiculous. It's all for the